respect your time, they respect your budget, they shoot you straight. Head to Advantage Chevrolet in Hodgkins and see what I'm talking about. Advantage Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
When your life turns upside down after an accident, you need an advocate like Wallner Law. I'm John Wallner, and for over 50 years, Wallner Law has fought for people just like you, injured, overwhelmed, and searching for answers. We don't just take cases, we take care of people, and we win for you. From car crashes to workplace injuries, Wallner Law stands by your side every step of the way. So call us today, 312-8-MILLION, and win with Wallner.
When you walk into any one of our 20 Pizza Market stores across Chicagoland, you see unmatched quality and freshness, and you understand why. They're the king of fresh produce. Then you go further in. Discover their full-service deli featuring Dietz & Watson premium meats, artisan cheese, better deli, made the right way. Dietz & Watson uses no artificial preservatives, no filters, no shortcuts. No kidding. Pizza Market and Dietz & Watson, two family businesses in the business of feeding families. Pizza Market, fresh, local, done right.
Hey, it's your buddy Tom Waddle here. You know, I've taken a few hits in my day. Safe to say, I know a thing or two about collisions. On the field, you brace for them. Off the field, not so much. And that's why when your car takes a hit, you want a team that knows how to handle it. Gerber Collision and Glass. For more than 80 years, Gerber has been repairing damage, replacing glass, and getting you back on the road quickly and safely. Because the only collisions you should be worrying about are the ones on game day. Gerber, outperforming at every touch point in collision and glass.
Our pregame coverage continues from Cleveland, and we chat with Will Venable. Look, I know it's just one of 162, but I have to admit, I woke up today with maybe a little extra bounce in my step. How did you feel this morning?
Yeah, well, slept in after a long day in the sun yesterday, but no, very excited. You know, I think that we're all excited about the opportunity to play the Guardians and know that it's a significant series. It is just one of a bunch of series, and so you don't want to, emphasize the importance, but it's a divisional game, and all these divisional games are important, and certainly as we know how good the Guardians are, how tough they've been to beat, I think that's what it's more about that than, what it means in the standings or anything else.
What did you think of Noah Schultz off the IL yesterday?
I thought Noah did a really nice job. I thought it was a really good start to build on, especially coming off the injury. And, he knows how impactful he can be when he's in the zone. It's just the walks that he's got to be able to minimize. And, we talked about it and said, hey, man, good one to build on. You're nasty when you're in the zone. Keep attacking. And obviously he's trying to attack. But the walks are going to kill you. The walks in this league, you just can't get away with too many of them. Yesterday was an example of that, but a really good one to build on.
So I've got a stat for you in the middle of the game. I looked it up. So his walk rate's about 13%. First 5 years of Randy Johnson's career, his walk rate was 13%. I think the last 10 years of his career, it was like 7. So it can change, even for tall guys.
Yeah, let's hope that he's on the same career trajectory as Randy Johnson. We do believe that Noah is that special. We know that Noah, and the way that he works, the way that he understands the game, he's just so advanced in every way imaginable for a young player. And so he's going to tap into the best version of himself, but very much still working on it, but he's putting in the work to do it.
You got a great looking lineup tonight. Having Teal back just lengthens everything.
Yeah, it does. We obviously love having Teal in there. It means a lot to have him in there, have his energy, have his skill set impact the game. Obviously, throw him right back in the middle of this has meant a lot to our lineup.
And this kind of leads me to the next question. We'll get to where Mune is in a moment, but you're going to have a really good problem to have when he comes back because it's going to lengthen your lineup even more.
Yeah, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but we have looked at what that lineup looks like, and I have no idea what the right thing to do will be. We invite that problem and hope that Mooney's recovery here in the next couple of weeks, or however long it may be, is as quick as possible, and we get him back and we have everyone else healthy at the same time too. So really exciting problem to have a lot of good hitters that you don't know where to put in the lineup.
Yeah, let's clarify. He's been with the team doing some stuff, but he's going to need a rehab assignment before he's activated, correct?
He's going to need a rehab assignment, and still don't have an exact timeline on that. What I will say, as we've gone through these rehabs, the last thing before you go on a rehab assignment is to run the bases 2 days in a row. And so we're getting closer to that. I can say he was out there running today, looked very good. So hopefully he gets out there and has continued to push it and has an opportunity to run the bases here soon.
Well, you mentioned at the end of the show on Monday that you hadn't beaten the Orioles since you got here. Last year, you didn't win on the road here in Cleveland. didn't win on the road in Kansas City, won 2 games there. So maybe a good omen going into this weekend.
Yeah, let's hope so. You know, we know how tough it is to play here, and you mentioned some of these things that have kind of haunted us in the past, and we've been able to get over some of those humps, and this is a different team that has, you know, a new chance and new life, new opportunity to be able to go out here and do some things we weren't able to do last year. So excited about the opportunity and give the Guardians everything we got.
All right, go get them tonight.
All right, thanks, Len.
That's Will Venable on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Do you need home financing? Check out Marquette Bank. Looking for a home lender you can trust? You need Marquette Bank. Level up your home financing journey with Marquette Bank. You get experienced mortgage specialists and an easy digital home loan process. Great rates, great service. Marquette Bank makes it easy. Marquette Bank is here for all your mortgage and home equity needs. Visit emarquettebank.com/home loan to get started. Marquette Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 462926.
The big realtor firms are busy lining up things for Wall Street. At Century 21 Harside, we're busy trying to find the street you will call home, just like we've been doing for 56 years. I'm Lenny File, and I'm ready to work for you. Whether you're buying your first home, new to the area, or if it's time to downsize, our diverse staff of real estate pros are here to help you every step of the way. Century 21 Harside is licensed in Illinois and Indiana. I'm Lenny File, and I go the extra mile. Visit us at c21harsiderealtors.com today.
As a proud partner of the Chicago White Sox, Steinhoffels knows teamwork makes all the difference, especially at home. That's why Steinhoffels offers decorating solutions. It's in-house design service. From simple recommendations to full room layouts and floor plans, their designers handle the details so you don't have to. From the first idea to the final touch, Steinhoffels has you covered. Visit Steinhoffels at one of their 7 Chicagoland locations or shop online at steinhoffels.com.
Hey guys, it's Sylvie. Summer heat is here and your AC is working harder than ever. Do not wait for a breakdown. Call Four Seasons now for a complete AC tune-up for just $89.95. They'll back it up with a 1-year no breakdown guarantee. If your AC breaks down, they'll fix it free of charge. All for just $89.95. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Welcome back to the Advantage Healer Group pregame show. As the White Sox are living life in the fast lane these days atop the American League Central. This is the ESPN 1000 Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. I'm Jeff Mellor getting you set for the series opener between the White Sox and Cleveland, where the Sox have lost 7 straight games, by the way, at Progressive Field, with 3 of the losses coming by 1 run. But as I noted, the Sox do lead tonight's opponent, the Guardians, by 1 game in the American League Central, setting the stage for this huge 4-game series over the holiday weekend, with first place potentially on the line as they come out of it. First pitch coming away at 5:40. Len Casper and Darren Jackson join us a little bit before 5:30 today. We heard Will Venable talk there about Munetaka Murakami potentially getting closer to a rehab assignment after he can run the bases hard for consecutive days. I did want to note the Sox are 15-13 since Munetaka Murakami was placed on the 10-day injured list back on May 30th with that strained right hamstring. And don't forget, they also won the game in walk-off fashion on Miguel Vargas's home run against the Tigers the night that he did leave. So the White Sox are actually 16-13 since Murakami left the lineup. At the time of his injury, Murakami led the American League with 43 runs scored. He ranked among the league leaders in home runs. He was tied for first with 20th, tied for first in RBIs with 41. He was third in OPS at 947, had a slugging percentage of .566, which was fourth at the time. And he was fourth in walks with 44. He was on pace for a staggering 58 homers, 119 RBIs, 124 runs scored, and 127 walks. That, my friends, is a long-winded way of saying the White Sox have done a remarkable job of weathering the storm of losing their biggest slugger. And on July 2nd, in first place. How can you not be impressed? Today's starting lineup is brought to you by Pete's Market. They feed Chicago best. Pete's Market, home of the freshest produce and meats. Shop Pete's, where fresh is done right. So the White Sox have been absolutely crushing the ball since April 17th. They have 103 home runs, 5.3 runs per game, an OPS of 775, and a slugging percentage of 443. That is the best in baseball since that time. Their lineup tonight looks like this. Sam Antonacci in left field leading off. The lefty leads all Major League rookies in batting average at 295, on base percentage at 392, and hit by pitch with 17, which, by the way, leads all of baseball. So the Ant-Man doing a heck of a job leading off. Miguel Vargas at the hot corner tonight, batting second. Lefty Kyle Teal will be behind the plate, batting third. Lefty DH Andrew Benintendi cleans up. Left-handed hitting Colson Montgomery will play shortstop and bat fifth. Switch hitting Braden Montgomery is in right field, batting sixth. He's reached base safely in 11 straight games, and over that period is slashing .282 with a .383 on base and a .487 slug. Chase Mydroth, the right-handed second baseman, bats seventh. Tristan Peters, your lefty center fielder, hits eighth. And then Jacob Gonzalez, the left-handed hitting first baseman, will round out Will Venable's lineup. Stephen Vogt's Guardians will head to the dish in this order. Travis Bazzana, and by the way, get ready for a whole lot of lefties in this lineup. Travis Bazzana, the lefty second baseman, leads off. Lefty Chase DeLauder at DH, batting second. Kyle Manzardo, he'll play first base, and you guessed it, he's left-handed, batting third. Khalil Watson will clean up. He's left-handed and playing right field. Brian Rocchio. Oh, Brian, you're a switch hitter. He's playing shortstop, so obviously we'll see him heading to the dish quite a bit as a lefty tonight. Cooper Ingle, the rookie who was just recently promoted, and you may or may not have seen him throwing the ball into the stands with only 2 outs in a game the other night against the Rangers, which allowed the go-ahead run to come home and score in a game that the Guardians ultimately lost, but I digress. Cooper Ingle will be in left field and batting sixth, and again, he's left-handed. Gabriel Arias is the lone right-handed hitter in the lineup tonight for the Guardians. He's playing third base and batting seventh. Patrick Bailey, the switch-hitting catcher, will bat eighth, and then Stephen Kwan, the lefty center fielder, bats ninth. Today's pitching matchup is presented by
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
This ball is launched to right. Dom Smith, a deep blast. And Atlanta with a couple of solo homers and a 2-0 lead.
How about the location? That's elevated. It's 97. A little bit of cut to it, a little bit of vert. Exactly where he wanted it. But Dom Smith doing his homework and ready for it and crushes that one to right.
A no-doubter for his second of the season.
David Peterson on to pitch. Jacob Marcy loses the bat, which hits the netting and stays right there. How about that? Wow.
Clanked it, hit him in the head, and oh no. That could be a home run. That is a home run, almost Canseco style.
Hey, Willie, you can do whatever you like, but I really don't think you want to do it this way.
No, and Raymond is pitching for Trout, apparently, there.
Oh, DJ Kitty has now entered the picture with Raymond, and the standoff is over.
One of the best yards in the bigs and a picture-perfect night here in Boston. So here's James Wood. And this ball's hammered. Deep right and way out of here for James Wood. Over the Nationals bullpen. The 6th time this season that James Wood is in a leadoff homer. 441 feet. Obliterated out of Fenway Park. I think he snapped out of his skin.
Yes, he did. Oh, my. The 114 off the bat. And that was loud.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
injury can leave you facing medical bills, insurance calls, and endless paperwork. It's a lot to handle while you're trying to heal. At Postman Law, we fight the insurance companies so you don't have to. And the best part? You don't pay a dime unless we win. When life throws a curveball, we're here to catch it. Others promise, Postman delivers. Call us today. Postman Law, Chicago's injury team. Attorney Advertising.
We've all had dreams of making it to the pros. Some of us just fall a little short of the mark. But you don't have to be an athlete to replenish like one. More athletes are turning to milk for hydration, recovery, protein, and overall nutrition. And things like milk, cheese, and yogurt have 9 essential amino acids, making their high-quality protein the gold standard for sustained energy and muscle recovery. So, just because you don't make it to the pros doesn't mean you can't replenish like a pro. Find out more at usdairy.com.
Washington crossed the Delaware. Jefferson authored the Declaration of Independence. And Bell Tire, well, they're giving up to $340 off tires and service June 29th through July 8th. 3 monumental triumphs, equal across the board. No daylight between them, cut from the same heroic cloth. 3 peas in the pod of American accomplishment. Totally, inarguably just as important as each other. Celebrate these unparalleled American achievements and save up to $340 before July 8th. The 4th of July sale at Bell Tire.
Scanning the globe. Charlotte, Birmingham, Kannapolis, Winston-Salem, Glendale. Let's take a look at the White Sox stars of tomorrow. It's time to check in down on the farm. It's the White Sox Farm Report on the White Sox Audio Network.
Jeff Meller back here with you on the Advantage Dealer Group White Sox pregame show as we check in down on the farm. White Sox had a couple of players return from injury. Righty Shane Smith, who was dealing with a right rotator cuff strain, and Tanner McDougal, who had a right flexor strain, began rehab assignments last night at Class High A Winston-Salem. Of course, Shane Smith, the 2025 All-Star for the White Sox, he allowed 1 hit with no walks and 2 strikeouts over 2 scoreless innings of work. So great to see Shane looking good there. And then Tanner McDougal pitched a 1-2-3 eighth inning with a couple of strikeouts in a 12-4 victory against Greenville. White Sox top prospect Caleb Bonnemer, who is currently at AA Birmingham. He's the number 1 prospect in the organization and 16th overall per MLB.com. He will represent the White Sox in the MLB All-Star Futures game on July 12th at Citizens Bank Park in Philly. Bonnemer, who's 20 years old, currently hitting .239 with a .376 on base and a .518 slug. He's got 19 home runs, 51 RBIs, and 56 runs scored to go along with 46 walks in 74 games so far this year between Winston-Salem and Birmingham. The White Sox also named Hario Arriete and Boston Smith their minor league players of the month. Arriete went 1-0 with a 1.26 ERA and a .91 whip, along with 15 strikeouts over 8 relief appearances in June. Boston Smith hit .293 with a .481 on base and a .603 slug, along with 5 homers, 13 RBIs, and 12 runs scored in a .1084 OPS in 17 games in June in Class High A Winston-Salem. We always get you a player to bank on. Today's Marquette Bank player to bank on. Going to roll with Sam Antonacci after yesterday's home run. He's slashing .326 with a .429 at base and a .528 slug with 10 extra base hits and 21 runs scored since the start of June. The Ant-Man is who we're banking on tonight. Who are you banking on is brought to you by Chicagoland's neighborhood bank, Marquette Bank, here for all your home financing needs. Love where you bank. Quick piece of news from around the majors. A couple of suspensions doled out. Both Wilson Contreras and Cade.
In the history of the Diamondbacks, he is the all-time franchise leader with triples. That his 53rd. He has run for the record, and it is going to be such a treat to just watch him over the years.
The story tonight is Peyton Tolley. 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 7 strikeouts. He was phenomenal. He carried these guys tonight. This is all-around great team win.
One of the most
most fun pitchers in the game of baseball to watch. Give him a sellout crowd, and he's going to entertain you.
It's been that kind of night for the Sox. It is 22-1.
Second largest win in franchise history. Pretty remarkable.
Out toward the wall. He jumps and he made the catch. Oh, what a play. He pulled it right back as it was going over the wall. That was absolutely incredible.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
I got these Topps 1994 baseball cards, Series 2. I collect them like everybody else did back in the 70s. Eventually threw them all away. We didn't save them, and I'm sure they're worth millions now. Let's see what I have here. Ken Griffey Jr., probably the best baseball player I've ever played with in my entire life. Oh, man. Lou Whitaker, Bobby Bonilla, Bo Jackson, the best two-sport player ever.
JJ Bleday looking to hit the brakes here, and because that grass out there is moist, it'll be tough to get your footing out there.
From the middle, backhanded by Lindor, who stumbles as he throws it away. Alonso, a diving attempt to stop that one.
They're playing a little tic-tac-toe over there by the Pirates dugout. And Emmanuel Valdez says, get serious.
We're going to need to check back in on this situation.
See if he gets that one on anytime soon.
Oh, they kept going.
You got to stop the
Ooh.
Imagine that. Respect. Go see the crew at Advantage Toyota River Oaks. Toyota, let's go places.
Last year, the Cleveland Guardians dominated the White Sox to the tune of 11 wins and 13 tries. But it's a new season, and the Sox turned the tables last week in Chicago.
The pitch. Sam with a base hit into center. One run in. Here comes Peters. Save. They win it. The ball game is over.
Tonight, a four-game battle for control of the division begins in Cleveland. Next.
White Sox baseball.
It's a fly ball out in the deep left center field. It's back there. It is gone. Edgar Carroll wins it.
Miguel Vargas outfield.
Olsen Montgomery.
Chase Mydra.
6.
Light it up. Line shot deep left. Two-run homer.
That work never stops.
Just can't be stopped.
Three-run homer.
Continue to progress.
It's a grand slam.
Yeah.
Push that momentum a little more forward.
He's done it again.
Process getting stronger.
Sox lead.
And get better and better.
You asked for it, you got it.
And better and better and better. It's hard not to be excited, man.
This is Chicago White Sox baseball on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Audio Network. Brought to you by Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. By the Advantage Dealer Group. Buy your next car with the Advantage Dealer Group. It's in the name. By Marquette Bank. Love where you bank. Pete's Market. No one does fresh like Pete's. By Bell Tire. Bell Tire. And Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. Live life at max value. Now, along with Darren Jackson, here's the voice of the White Sox, Len Casper.
Baseball on the radio from Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. It's the White Sox and the Guardians, game one of a huge four-game weekend series.
to Texas, this is the Grand Slam burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
With a hamstring strain since late May, did some running today as he works his way back. He will need a rehab assignment before he's ready to be activated. No date set just yet, but it might not be too far down the road. Jose Ramirez still out with that broken hamate bone for the Guardians. And the Sox announced their minor league pitcher and player of the month for June today. Right-hander Jairo Iriarte, working at Charlotte, put up a 1.26 in June. Catcher Boston Smith, who was promoted to Double-A yesterday, is the position player of the month for June. Hit .293, 5 homers, 20 walks in 17 games with High A Winston-Salem. DJ's got the lineups, and we're ready to go. It's a battle for first place from Cleveland next on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. As a proud partner of the Chicago White Sox, Steinhoffels knows a good season starts with a great night's sleep. That's why Steinhoffels has all the best mattress brands and an exclusive Discover Your Sleep system that takes the guesswork out of finding the perfect fit for you. And with free delivery plus Steinhoffels' 120-night sleep guarantee, you can rest easy knowing you made the right call. Sleep better all season long. Shop in-store and online at steinhoffels.com.
Escape the heat to True North convenience stores and get any size True Oasis fountain drink for $1 with True Rewards. Cool that thirst with any of your favorite Pepsi fountain drinks for $1. As a free True Rewards member, pick the perfect size for you. No matter if you're craving a big drink or a small sip, it's all just $1. Join now. Find the True Rewards app in your favorite app store, download and click the star to sign up. True North convenience stores. Fast, friendly, clean.
White Sox fans, there's only...
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
That was laced up the middle. And this ball's hammered. Deep right and way out of here for James Wood. Over the Nationals bullpen. The 6th time this season that James Wood is hit a leadoff homer. 441 feet, obliterated out of Fenway Park. I think he snapped out of his skip, Freddie.
Yes, he did. Oh, my. The 114 off the bat. And that was
loud. Welcome back, Woody. Pitching profile, it's Davis Martin going for the White Sox this evening at 9-3. The record, a 3 earned run average last time out. He was really good against Kansas City. He went 5 1/3, gave up no runs on 4 hits. Teal behind the plate, Antonacci, Peters, and Montgomery. They're the outfielders from third to first. Vargas, Montgomery, Mydroth, Gonzalez. Vic Carapazza is the home plate umpire and crew chief. Edwin Moscoso is at first base. Nick Lentz, the second base umpire, and Hunter Wendelstead at third base. Rate is a proud partner of your 2026 White Sox. The Rate app gives Chicago fans an all-in-one wellness app with tools to build financial strength and guidance for fitness and stress management. Feel better, live better, play better. Download the Rate app today. A ticket plus a free meal. Grab your family and head to the ballpark with a family pack starting at $21 for select games. Each ticket includes a hot dog, drink, chips, and a cookie. For tickets, visit whitesox.com/family. And join us at the ballpark Saturday, July 11th. The White Sox take on the Athletics at 1:10. Come early for a pregame MLB draft watch party. You get to enjoy 20% off food and beverage plus entertainment around the ballpark. Be sure to stay after the game for the postgame alumni home run derby presented by Blue Moon. Visit whitesox.com/derby. And join us at the ballpark Friday, July 10th for Mexican Heritage Night. The White Sox take on the Athletics at 6:40. 15,000 fans, 21 and older, will receive a Mexican Heritage jersey presented by Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Be sure to stick around for the postgame fireworks show. Get your tickets and prepaid parking at whitesox.com/promos. Here we go. Here's Lynn Casper with our play-by-play.
Thank you, DJ, and hope you're having a great start, or an early start to the holiday weekend. Our broadcast booth brought to you by Bell Tire. This 4th of July, you can save up to $340 on tires and more at Bell Tire. It's the only steal happening today someone won't be mad about. Hard to believe our first trip to Cleveland here in 2026 on July 2nd. Great to work with our engineer, Johnny Goldsmith. Should be a fun weekend of baseball. 6'4" right-hander Slade Ciccone ready to work against Sam Antonacci, who hit a leadoff home run yesterday. First pitch of the game is cracked on a line out into right center. A base hit for Sam. Big turnaround first. He'll hold with a leadoff single. Good start.
Yeah, that's the way you want to start this tough series in Cleveland, with the offense attacking.
That'll bring up Miguel Vargas. Our look at the Sox uniforms, always driven by Arlington Toyota. Check out their impressive lineup of Toyota vehicles today. Arlington Toyota, new owners, same people, better deals. Visit ToyotaArlington.com. There's a high sinker at 95 for ball one. Sox in their road grays. Guardians in their home white uniforms. Red caps with navy blue bills. Ciccone sets and delivers. There's a swing and a fly ball into right field, deep and playable for Khalil Watson, and he'll make the catch near the warning track. So Vargas is now 0 for his last 13, and that'll bring up Kyle Teal with 1 out.
The ball was really jumping toward right field in batting practice this afternoon, and for a minute, that ball left the bat of Vargas. You thought, oh, no. He didn't have the juice behind it.
Arias, the third baseman, is in and off the bag. Teal takes a strike on a curveball. Kyle recently off the IL, hitting .231 with a homer and 6 RBIs. Average lead by Antonacci at first. And Teal swings and misses on a good fastball. And he's down 0-2. The Sox beat the Guardians 2 of 3 last week in Chicago. All 3 games were decided by 1 run. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball is outside. Ciccone faced the Sox twice last year. Overall numbers not good. He had a bad outing in Chicago on August 10th. He was better here in September. Teal lifts a foul fly off third and out of play. "91 degrees as we get started. Man on first, one out, opening inning. And a throw over, and Antonacci gets back in. Right now, some long shadows from left to right on the field. The center fielder, Kwan, is in the shade. The corner outfielders are in the sun. Antonacci takes off, and Ciccone steps up and throws to second, and the tag applied by Rocchio, and Antonacci didn't even slide. He's caught stealing 1-6.
I was asked recently about this, about why guys are guessing and just taking off rather than trying for a straight steal when they see the move of the pitcher. And I think it's not too complicated. It's because guys aren't comfortable with straight steals. They'd rather take their chance, bet on that he's going to deliver to the plate, and you're going to be hung out to dry because of it.
Teal fouls straight back, so 2 gone. Sox have made a lot of outs on the bases here of late. 1-2 on Kyle Teal. The stretch and the pitch. Low on a slider.
The White Sox have some guys that can steal bases if they do everything right, but they probably only really have one base stealer. Acuna. He's the one guy that can just go because of the speed and technique. The others, you know, when you're looking at Vargas, you're looking at Antonacci or anybody else along those lines, they do have to do everything right and cheat a little bit if they can.
2-2, foul tip, strike 3 on a fastball. It wasn't a 1-2-3, but he only faced the minimum. After that caught stealing, we head to the bottom of the first.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2. Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first major league at bat, is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
6th pitch of the at bat. Down the right field line in the corner. Off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second. Not in time. First 2 major league at bats. 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal. How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the third. Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogarts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol volume. Savor responsibly.
Diving stop. Nothing gets through. And nothing stops leaks like North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Bottom of the first from Cleveland, Davis Martin pitching for the White Sox tonight. And if the Sox win this game, Walner Law will make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Walner Law handles the toughest car accident cases in Chicago. Call 312-8-million. Walner Law, win with Walner. Both teams with a rookie leadoff hitter tonight. Travis Bazzana takes down and in on a fastball. Antonacci singled and then was caught stealing in the top of the first. Bazana batting .245, one of many left-hand hitters in this Cleveland lineup. Here's the pitch. High for ball 2. Guardians third to last in runs per game, 3.97. The pitch is a strike across at the belt. They scored 9 runs in that win over Texas yesterday. Tied for 25th in home runs with 79. They do steal bases. Swing and a miss. Good slider. It's 2-2.
Yeah, they have a lot more stolen bases than the White Sox. It's 78 to the White Sox 58. The White Sox would rather slug.
Guardians are 6-9 since Jose Ramirez went on the IL. 2-2 is grounded into right for a base hit. That was an interesting play at first base. That ball was hit hard, and I think it kind of fooled Jacob Gonzalez. He kind of froze on it and really didn't move.
No, that's exactly right. So it tells you that the weight was going the opposite direction of where the ball was actually hit. For him not to even react the right direction, something was a little off on what he was thinking was going to happen with that ball.
Now Chase DeLauder, left-hand hitting DH. Recently on the IL, and he takes a strike on a fastball. He had a rib cage fracture, banging into the wall against Detroit on June 13th, so he did not play in that series against the White Sox last week. The 0-1 is hit hard on the ground past a diving Maidrop and into right. That'll get Bazana all the way to third. And the Guardians with back-to-back singles off Davis Martin have runners at the corners with nobody out.
He has an 11-game hitting streak with that single. So he's the one real hot hitter in their lineup, even though you mentioned he just recently came back.
And that'll bring up Kyle Manzardo, the first baseman. I was looking at some of the individual hitters, really outside of DeLauder. Manzardo hitting 179 over his last 9. Daniel Schneemann not in the lineup, hitting 154 over his last 34 games. Manzardo lifts foul down the left side and out of play.
Yeah, the truth be told, you said it. There's only a couple of guys in this lineup that you look at and go, yeah, they're swinging it okay, and they're a little bit dangerous. And one of them is a guy on deck, Khalil Watson, who hit well at our ballpark.
Yep.
He's on deck, and he's swinging it well.
The 0-1 is inside. 1-1 to Manzardo. Statistically, Martin has been 2 different pitchers this year, home and road. The 1-1. Outside on a curve. At Rate Field, he's 5-0 with an 0.88. He actually has a winning mark, but his ERA is 4.67. Middle infielders are back for 2. The 2-1 outside on a fastball, 3-1 on Manzardo.
Well, not settled in, and now it's rocking the hard place. 3-1 with a guy that's looking for a pitch to drive. And as I mentioned, the guy on deck that's a threat with the bat right now in Watson.
Bazana's at third. DeLauder's at first. The 3-1 to Manzardo is a strike. Backdoor cutter. Full count on left-hand hitting Kyle Manzardo.
He gladly take the double play and allow the run to score right here.
Outfield pretty much straight away. Now the runner from first takes off, and they've got DeLauder caught in a rundown. Bazana holding at third, and they're going to tag him out. Jacob Gonzalez tags out Chase DeLauder. So both teams making a very similar out between first and second base, and Stephen Vogt now out to chat with Vic Carapazza. That's the first out.
Well, that's helpful. That is really helpful. Don't know what DeLauder's thinking. We just talked about Antonacci doing that because you don't trust the speed to have a straight steal, but he just guessed that there was going to be a delivery to the plate, so he said, I'm taking off. You wouldn't want to do that in that situation. That's the last thing you want to do, run into an out. Thank you.
Well, they'll bring the infield in. Now 1 out, runner at third. That changes the math quite a bit. Vargas is going to play right at third base, almost like he's holding the runner. 3-2. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Braden Montgomery over. Foul territory, and it's off the netting.
Well, if somehow he gets off the hook with this because of that bad base running, thank you. Davis has got the ability to go ahead and make a pitch and get the strikeout right here of Manzardo, who does strike out. He has 55 hits this year and 86 strikeouts.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third, 1 out, opening inning. The pitch. He walked him. Missed on a sinker off the inside.
Not ideal, because he got a guy again walking up to home plate. They got up to a slow start when he got called up to the big leagues, but he found his swing, and he's batting fourth now because of it.
0 for 12 in his first 4 career games, but has hit in 8 of 9. In that series in Chicago, he drove in 6 of their 10 runs. And he came up when DeLauder went on the IL, and he's still here. Another lefty, and he takes outside.
And he hasn't hit into a double play yet, so that's wishful thinking.
Yet is the key word.
Hot smash right to second base should get it done.
Well, any smash tonight will be hot.
That's a fact. I'm over here, feel like I'm in a heat lamp.
There's a ground ball foul. 1-1 on Khalil Watson. Not a bad crowd tonight. Fans still filing in. I'm expecting huge crowds Friday night, Saturday night in particular. The 1-1. Another foul on the ground behind home plate. We'll have fireworks after the games tomorrow and Saturday night. Nothing. Guardians threatening first inning. First and third, 1 out. Martin's 1-2. Watson fouls in the air off third, out of play. 10 for ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Another 1-2. Swing and a bouncer, or was it a liner? It's going to be a double play. It was a line drive caught by Davis Martin and a 1-3 double play. How about that?
He had options. He could have thrown it to third base. The runner was almost home on that as well.
Could have been a triple play, I guess.
Yes.
So how about...
The Arizona Diamondbacks are striking back after a slow start, and it's largely thanks to one of baseball's fastest men.
Corbin's on the run. He's going the distance. He's going for speed.
Corbin Carroll has been playing like an MVP since his debut in 2022, but in his 4th full season, he's taken his game to a whole new level.
This guy's unbelievable. He's unforgettable.
On Sunday, Carroll put together one of the best games of his career, going 4 for 4 with 2 triples and a 9-1 D-backs win. That put Carroll at 8 triples for the season, twice as many as any other player, and 51 for his career.
He's the reason why you come to the ballpark.
Watch him hit and watch him run.
He became the 2nd fastest player of all time to reach 80 homers and 50 triples. Only Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig did it faster. Carroll's on pace to lead the majors in triples for the 3rd straight season, and he's only 1 triple away from tying the Diamondbacks club record of 52.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
The flagship home.
An uppercut swing.
For every Sox game.
Boy, they come together beautifully.
ESPN Chicago.
Top of the second. What an escape by Davis Martin. Andrew Benintendi batting against Ciccone, and the first pitch is a strike on a sinker. At L13. Twin Killing brought to you by Steinhoffels. Refresh your home and patio this summer with Steinhoffels, Chicagoland's furniture and mattress leader. Benintendi takes high. And a proud partner of the Chicago White Sox. Shop in store and online at steinhoffels.com. Andrew in the cleanup spot. Waits on a 1-1. Takes a sinker. It's a strike on that high outside corner. They got Ciccone in a 1-1 deal. Straight up for Josh Naylor from Arizona in December of 24. Fastball is too high. You don't see a ton of trades like that anymore, right? Major leaguer for major leaguer, 1 for 1.
I don't get it. I think that's so fun to see in the game, and I'd want to be a GM to be part of that.
Fouled, still 2-2.
I was just talking with Connor about this recently, Connor McKnight, about that great trade that I witnessed when I was in San Diego of all-stars for all-stars, of Fred McGriff and Tony Fernandez going to San Diego, and Joe Carter and Roberto Alomar going to Toronto.
You don't see those anymore.
Exactly. I mean, that's why, to me, it's so memorable because, when are you doing that? All-stars for all-stars that fit the need that you have.
Well, what you really like about it, in particular, 2-2 inside is you kind of get an immediate look at the impact of the trade as opposed to a veteran for a prospect. You have to wait 5 years to go, oh, okay, I guess it was a good deal.
Yes.
3-2 coming. There's a ground ball toward right and under the glove of a sliding Bazana. He took a big angle out into the outfield grass. And had he gloved it, I think he would have gotten Benintendi, but it's a base hit.
A lot of hits in that hole, apparently. This is a fast infield.
Yeah, I think all the hits so far, right?
Yep.
Pretty much. At least 3 of them have been on the ground.
Yeah, Antonacci hit the line drive out to right field. But the 2 hits for the Guardians right in that same spot.
How about a big swing right here?
Sure.
After that first inning would be nice. Colson Montgomery, big swing and a miss.
You got the swing. I think you wanted contact with it.
He had game-winning RBIs in 2 games in Baltimore before he sat out yesterday. The 0-1 is low, kicks away, and Benintendi's going to end up at second on a wild pitch.
Get a new ball in play, so hey, join us for $5 Tuesdays. All fans will enjoy specially priced $5 concessions menu on select food and beverage items. Garrett popcorn, Vienna beef, hot dogs, and Polish sausages. Beggar's pizza slices, nachos, and more. Visit whitesox.com/Tuesdays.
Runner on second. Nobody out. Ciccone's 1-1. It's high and outside. Slade Devin Ciccone turned 27 about a week ago. The pitch. Colson lifts into left field. Engel will make the catch. Benintendi back to tag. He dropped it. Engel dropped the ball. Montgomery hustles his way to second base. That is a second enormous mistake defensively by the rookie left fielder this week. The other day against Texas, he didn't know how many outs there were after making a catch. He threw the ball into the stands, and the Rangers scored the go-ahead run. This was as routine as it gets, and he just dropped it. Boy, what a break for the White Sox.
Yeah, you're not kidding, but let's point something out about the kid in left field. On their roster, you know what he's listed under?
Catcher.
Catcher. Yeah. He's not an outfielder.
Braden Montgomery hits a chopper to second. Runners are going to stay put. Play made by Bazzana to first. 1 out.
Can't let him off the hook. Can't do it after the help. Man, the kid's out there, he's got nowhere to hide. He had the day where he obviously made the mental mistake, throwing the ball in the seats, trying to be a good big leaguer, giving a kid a ball. But now that one, just as you said, it is as routine as it gets. He just literally reached up with one hand and booted it.
He played a little outfield at Clemson, but mostly catching in the Cleveland minor league system. Here's the key at bat. Infield still in. Mydroth with 1 out. And he takes a low curve. We've got a challenge from it.
Cleveland catcher is challenging the ball call.
Patrick Bailey. And it's low.
Yeah, by quite a bit.
He framed it too well.
Yes. You know, he's wishful thinking because he knows they're in a jam right now, and he was trying to put the batter on the hook. Got to get at least one in here. You've got to make that mistake count right here.
The pitch. Sinker strike. 1-1 on Mydroth. Benintendi is at third. Montgomery is at second. Outfield around toward right. A 1-1. Hit on the ground to the shortstop. They're going to get Benintendi in a rundown, and the throw to third, and he is out of the baseline. 2 down.
I don't know if that call was right. I mean, he literally avoided the sweeping tag and was still able to get his foot on the base. But okay, he was going to be out anyway.
Rocchio with a backhanded pick fired home. So 6-2, and then to 5. Arias credited with the putout.
Well, now it's going to take some magic. You're going to need a hit from a guy that's done well with men in scoring position in Peters. But a couple of ground balls right at the middle infielders.
So we're in the top of the second. That's the 3rd out on the bases in this game. Peters with runners at first and second takes outside on a curve.
And, you know, Benintendi didn't do anything wrong. He was going on contact.
Agree.
That's all there is to it. And unfortunately, he was going to be out, so he decided to at least try and force the issue.
Cicconi's 1-0. Line foul. Right side. Brought foul about 5 feet to the right of the chalk.
Ciccone is somebody, numbers-wise, you look at it, it's not overwhelming what he's done so far this year, but when you actually watch him pitch, he has good stuff. Got a good arm, his pitches are good stuff. ERA in the low 4s, losing record, though.
Coming off a very good June, the 1-1. Peters pops it up. This is going to get Ciccone out of it. It's a shortstop, Rocchio, just into the outfield grass, and he puts it away. And nobody happier than Cooper Ingle.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
Shattered bat, and it catches Tommy Lasorda. He pops right back up, and he's all right.
Tommy's saying, I'm all right. Of course I'm all right.
His score, you throw out the lowest and the highest, he gets a 9-8 for this.
Why do I keep thinking Humpty Dumpty here? Had a great fall.
Look at this. They're going to bring him, what, a jacket?
No, it's a chest protector.
A chest protector.
Guess who that is? Roger McDowell.
Check him out. He has his uniform on upside down with the shoes on the hand, and it looks like he's walking on his hands. Has his cap hanging down. That's supposed to be his head. Well, the Mets really trying to turn it around. They do, however, trail in this ball game 4-0. I love that.
This is the Chicago White Sox Baseball Network.
Bottom 2, Brian Rocchio batting against Davis Martin. Somehow this game is still scoreless. And he gets a foul pop-up over near third, and this will get behind the Cleveland dugout.
You'd have to say this is why the game is still scoreless. Ultimately, it's because the pitching has just been superior. Go with that. Okay. Even though there's been plenty of traffic already, it's just been superior.
Well, Davis has always been good managing innings with runners on base. Never seems to crater. Fastball is in too close on Rocchio. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's hitting .270 with 5 home runs. Very good defensively. Slightly open stance, and he swings, hits a pop fly out into center. Peters went back, now in and over toward right center, and he's got it.
Take advantage of some savings all summer long with our summer savings section. Score select lower level tickets starting at $20 on weekdays, $25 on weekends. Get your tickets at whitesox.com/section.
Here is Cooper Ingle. 6 days ago he was brought up. Made his major league debut, and he fouls. As we said, a left-hand hitting catcher, now left fielder.
Seems to be their thing is get catchers and put them in the outfield. David Fry is a catcher, and he's playing left a lot.
The pitch is high on a curve. He is 1 for 11, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. 5'8", 190. The pitch. He swings. It's a bouncer to the shortstop. Colson with a throw, and it's in time, and Gonzalez kept his foot on the bag. 2 down.
It almost looked like Jacob was trying to swipe a tag on the runner going by.
Just maybe to make sure.
He didn't tag him, but
he thankfully had his foot on.
Yeah, I mean, barely at that. Thank goodness, like you said.
Gabriel Arias, the third baseman, hitting .209. Missed some time early with a left hamstring injury. Slider is low and away. Bottom 2, nothing. Game 1 of 4 this weekend. And a chopper foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. White Sox looking for an early advantage in this series. Brought to you by Advantage Dealer Group. Find your next Chevy, Acura, now Cadillac, Buick, GMC. Find your advantage at Advantage Dealer Group. Called strike. Makes it 1-2. Sox went winless in this ballpark last year. They've lost 7 straight here at Progressive Field. The pitch outside.
Kind of like what happened with Kansas City. Things are going to turn around for them in this ballpark.
Mentioned that on the manager's show. Check that off the list. Didn't win in Baltimore last year. 1-2 of 3. Fastball is outside, 2-2. 3-2 rather on Gabriel Arias. To stretch the pitch. There's a bouncer off the glove of Martin. It deflects, though, right to Mydroth, and he'll make the play. 1-4-3 officially. And the Guardians go.
deep to left field. Ryan Reynolds clears the deck. Wow! Bangs off the facade of the second deck. Anchored down with his first home run. Back-to-back Bucks. 5-0 Pittsburgh.
That's what you want to see from Brian Reynolds. Driving the ball, using the middle of the field, and got that pitch out over the middle of the plate. Fans up there don't usually get home run balls. They almost got one there. And, hey, let's do it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Fails, try North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
Jacob Gonzalez leads off the White Sox third against Slade Ciccone. Gonzalez in his 26th career game takes high. Batting .253, 4 doubles, a couple of homers, 17 knocked in.
That's with 19 hits.
The 1-0 pitch, cued on the ground over to third, picked up by Arias, and he'll beat Gonzalez to first on the throw by 2 steps.
Been a lot of hot hitters in the game lately. Caminero, Swanson. Probably more than that, but those are the two that jump out. With all the runs they've been batting in, you're talking about Gonzalez and 17 on 19 hits with those guys, next level.
Sam Antonacci takes outside on a cutter.
Swanson, 26 runs batted in over the last 10 games. And I think Junior Caminero has been, he has 20 in the last 8 games.
6-game homer streak.
What are we talking? I mean, he's only 22 years old. He's about to turn 23 in a couple of days, but he's 22.
The 1-0. Sinker taken for a strike.
Saw some numbers. He's 22 and he has 76 home runs in his career. Henry Aaron at age 22 had 66. He's got 10 more than Henry Aaron at the same age.
Rays are in Kansas City tonight. Swinging a hard liner. Look out right toward the end of the White Sox dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sam Antonacci. 0-0, top 3. Arias will back up at third with 2 strikes. Ciccone stretches and really closes off that left side when he does so. Golf foul.
Yeah, you talk about somebody like Caminero, and it makes you think, right? It has to start by the young age for somebody to think about records and getting to 700 home runs. He could do it.
Yep. Fastball is high.
You have to stay healthy, obviously, but he's already proven he hit 40-plus home runs last year as a 21-year-old.
Ball 2, strike 2. The pitch. Hit on the ground again to Arias, who will charge. And he throws in time.
Back-to-back squivers off the end of the bat to third base by left-handed batters. Okay.
Up next for Chicago, third baseman number 20, Miguel.
2 down, that'll bring up Vargas. A little bit of a frustrating 0 for 13 here after some really good at-bats on Monday in Baltimore. Got robbed of a home run, and that started this 0-for. Curved him, it's a strike.
Crazy thing is, it's not like he's striking out, or he's still made some solid contact during this little downtime.
He has. Ciccone's 0-1 is high. Ciccone is a Florida native. Went to the University of Miami. Making his 58th Major League start. Plus 10 relief appearances. There's a foul in the air down the right side, out of play. We'll start a little later tomorrow night. It'll be Anthony Kay against right-hander Gavin Williams. Sean Burke and lefty Parker Messick on Saturday evening, and then Eric Fetty and Tanner Bybee on Sunday afternoon. The 1-2. Curve is low and away. Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic put out his picks for the All-Star teams today, and he had 3 White Sox on his list, including Vargas. 2-2 is high. Colson Montgomery, Davis Martin.
Yeah,
I would take that.
Oh, absolutely. You'd have to say that they're deserving.
Full count on Vargas. 2 outs, nobody on third inning. The pitch. He struck him out swinging on a high heater. Sox go in order.
Pop quiz. How do you go from Captain Clutch to the Iron Horse through a milestone and a marathon? The answer is on Hall of Fame Connections.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
3,000! History with an exclamation point!
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Boggs would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
You're listening to White Sox Baseball.
He struck him out swinging on a curveball.
This is the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Bottom of the third, still 0-0. Switch hitting Patrick Bailey will step in against Davis Martin. ABS challenges are a reminder. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Bailey batting from the left side, checks his swing and fouls. Old Glove catcher batting 171.
Got to bear down right about now against this part of the lineup. Don't let them do any damage.
Slider is in the dirt. That includes Stephen Kwan, who for a long time was their leadoff guy, but he's had a tough year, and he's on deck batting 9th.
Exactly right. You just got to keep him off the base paths as well.
1-1 is hit in the air down the left field side, and it will twist out of play.
And the ultimate goal of an MLB fan, guess what? It's seeing it all. The MLB Journey to 30 sweepstakes presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. Yes, all 30. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps.
1-2 inside. He almost clipped him on a slider. Martin on a 2-2. Sinker is low. It was not caught cleanly by Teal. It's a full count.
It's hot out there, and quick outs kind of would be an important thing tonight for these pitchers.
The 3-2. Back on a line out into deep right center, and that's going to get to the wall. Braden Montgomery will pick it up. Here comes the throw to second, and Bailey just got in. What a throw by Braden. He did everything right, but it's a double for Patrick Bailey to lead off the Cleveland third.
Yes, it bounced off that screen out there and didn't carry him back to him quicker. And he had to kind of go get it on the warning track on a high hop, and then it made it a little longer throw, a little longer to get rid of it. But it was one strong throw into second base.
I've been impressed by his arm.
I agree. Strong arm.
Strong and accurate for the most part. Kwan wanted to bunt, and the pitch gets all the way past. And Bailey will end up at third. What are they saying here?
Kwan is saying something to the umpire.
Did he hit his bat? Or just the glove of Teal? White Sox are asking. Apparently it's just ball one.
I don't know what Kwan could be having a conversation with the umpire about, and he was showing the umpire his bat and pointing to something almost like, yeah, it just almost hit my bat. I don't know what he was saying. Other than I got out of the way of that, thank goodness, because that was going to smoke me.
Infield in. Runner at third, nobody out. Kwan takes outside. Ball two.
Isn't that crazy? As much as we know that Davis is very reliable and consistent, he's been all year long getting the job done. You never know on the road and in this heat how he's going to fare.
2-0 hit on the ground up the middle, gloved by Montgomery. He'll get the out at first. Bailey went right back to third. One down.
Well, just like the White Sox when they had the man at third base, the ground ball in the second, they weren't going on contact. Well, second time through they were, just like in this situation, more than likely. Bailey would be going on contact on a ground ball.
The batter is Travis Bazzana, 1 for 1 tonight. Boy, he was late getting alert to the pitcher. And he swings and he lines one into the corner and right, a base hit. Bailey's going to trot home. Bazzana on his way to second. Going to be close. He is safe. Another good throw by Montgomery from right. Couple of doubles in the inning. And the Guardians have a 1-0 lead.
Well, they're stacking up some hits for sure and some base runners. Bazzana likes what he's seeing of Davis Martin. He's hit the ball hard twice.
I noticed that as he got in the box, all of a sudden he very quickly got ready to hit, and I looked at the clock and it said 6 seconds. You're supposed to be alert with 8 to go, but nobody caught it. There's a ground ball off the bat of Chase DeLauder, picked up by Gonzalez. He'll take it to first, and that's out number 2. Bazzana's now at third. Here comes Kyle Manzardo.
Well, that's a great point. I mean, it is the umpire needs to be paying attention. The players got to be paying attention because you can quickly look at an umpire and go, no, he's not in the box, and you can rat him out.
At this point, wishful thinking. Manzardo walked in the first inning, and he takes a low curve.
Both teams have had opportunities to score, and it's taken some clean hitting here in this inning for them to finally get on the board first.
Martin's 1-0. Outside. We also mentioned last week the one thing the Guardians do offensively as a team is they will take walks. You have to throw strikes against this club. 2-0 pitch. Just outside on a sinker. Ball 3.
Well, here's the lineup's top strikeout batter. And he's not their top walk guy, that's for sure, but he will swing and miss.
Takes high and walks again. First and third, and here's Watson. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago White Sox. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox. The pitch. Watson takes outside. 5 straight misses by Martin.
And just the way Watson took that pitch, again, just like at our place, makes me nervous.
The set, the 1-0. Check swing on an inside cutter, and he held. And it's 2-0.
Davis really working. 25 strikes, 23 out of the strike zone. That is a bad balance for him.
The 2-0 fouled off the umpire, maybe off Teal. Got somebody behind the plate. 2-1. A little later, Detroit is at Texas tonight. Tigers coming off a sweep of the Yankees on the road. 1-0 Cleveland, third inning. They have runners at first and third. Watson checks on a high outside fastball, 3-1.
The Chicago catcher is challenging the ball call.
Big Carapazza, I think, really surprised that Teal's challenging this pitch. And it was not close.
No.
Oh, it's confirmed. Chicago has one challenger, maybe.
Yeah, the tone said it all of the umpire. Like, what?
So he was looking for a check swing and then also tapped his helmet.
Yes, he did.
The 3-1 is hit a ton, foul to right, out of play.
You know, and it's moments like that where I'm wondering what happened for Kyle Teal to think that was a strike. Because as you mentioned, what we saw, it wasn't close. I mean, in his mind, how could he have thought that was a strike?
Manzardo takes off. Ball 4 is low and in. Watson walks. And the bases are loaded, and we'll see a mound visit here from Zach Bove.
And to the ballpark Saturday, July 25th, the Sox take on the Astros at 6:10. 15,000 fans in attendance will receive a City Connect basketball warm-up. It's presented by Wintrust. Or skip the lines and secure your promo at checkout with guaranteed promo.
So the mound meeting is over. Zana's at third. Manzardo is at second. Watson's at first.
Davis has really labored these hot conditions, and he has long sleeves on. It's always blown me away in 1,000-degree heat. Guys got long sleeves on.
Brian Rocchio takes a curve off the outside. One ball, no strikes. Big out to get here. The pitch inside. Ball 2. They've scored 1. You don't want to let them get any more.
But you can see, right, Davis is not himself to this point of the game. I mean, just the ball strike ratio, 27 and 27 is so unlike him.
Inside for ball 3. So this will be a take 1, if not 2 situation for Rocchio, you would think.
You would think, but he could be looking to hit a grand slam on 3-0 too. All things are in play now.
The pitch, low, and he forces home the second run of the inning. Lozana scores on a bases-loaded walk.
Couple of on board in the first 3 reach base, but he avoided all the trouble. Then he set him down in the order in the second. But big trouble here in this inning. 3 walks and a couple of doubles.
still loaded, and the batter is Engel. And Teal jumped up out of his crouch. I don't know if the pitch timer was dwindling, but he's going to head out and talk with Davis. 3 straight two-out walks, and you're right, very uncharacteristic of Davis Martin.
He's trying to wipe away sweat from his brow, and I don't know how he can. He's using his sleeve, which is probably just saturated in sweat itself.
The pitch to Engel is hit on 2 bounces to Mydroth, and he'll flip to first. So the Guardians strike first. They get a couple and lead 2-0.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Homered in the first, his 3rd leadoff home run in the postseason. Oh my goodness! Shohei Ohtani! Wow! Up and over the roof! A majestic blast! Ohtani drops jaws everywhere! And it's 4-0 Dodgers!
117 off the bat, 469 feet. He is the first Dodger to ever have 2 multi-home run games in the same postseason.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Baseball, ESPN Chicago.
Sox are down 2-0. Top of the 4th. The batter is Kyle Teal. Guardians have out-hit the Sox 4-2. They've also taken 4 walks. The pitch by Ciccone is low on a curveball. Teal struck out in the first inning.
Ciccone's picked up 2 strikeouts, one of Vargas to end the 3rd as well.
The 1-0 low on a fastball.
Ciccone, like Davis Martin, and we talk about this so often, we see pitchers in these hot, extreme conditions wear long sleeves.
The 2-0. Sinker strike, low inside corner.
Teal doesn't agree, but he challenged already once as a catcher and got it wrong, so he didn't want to do it as a batter, it seems.
Here's the pitch. And it's bounced to the second baseman. Easy play, Bazana. Short throw to first. 1 up, 1 down. That'll bring up Benintendi.
A little jump start to the offense. Benintendi, he picked up a hit leading off the second.
Big welcome to our listeners tuned in on Springfield's Sports Voice. Sports Radio 92.3 FM, 1450 AM. Benintendi takes a strike. He's got some milestones coming up. He'll turn 32 in 4 days. And will reach 10 years of Major League service time on July 12th. Cutter is high. A little slip by Ciccone on the landing. 1-1 on Benintendi. Shortstop shaded towards second. That's Rocchio. The 1-1. Whacked him away on an inside sinker.
Need base runners. If Ciccone wants to be generous and walk some, that'd be great. So far, that's not been the case. And he was really good last time out against the Mariners. Gave up no runs in 6 innings.
The 2-1. Hammered in the air, foul to right, into the upper deck.
So if we're going to have to earn it, go earn it. This is the White Sox offense. Even though it looks like it's a little down at times, they figure it out most times. You know, they couldn't do that yesterday in Baltimore.
The 2-2. Hit in the air, foul. And behind the Guardians dugout. Ciccone's a guy that he will work up in the zone. He struck Vargas out on a high fastball right at the top of the strike zone. It's fine. You can look up in that zone, keep your hands high, and attack those pitches. And to take that zone away from him. Another 2-2. He's inside. Full count on Benintendi. Here it comes. He fouls to stay alive.
And after one out of the strike zone, down. And he turned around and probably was asking the umpire, because he asked him a question, was that down?
And it was. 3-2. Hit in the air, a ton to right. It's hooking, and it is foul. It had plenty of distance.
Benintendi knew it. Unfortunately, also knew it was foul.
Colson Montgomery on deck. The pitch. He hits it in the air to left center field, not deep. Kwan cuts across. He's there, and he's got it.
Had Benintendi kind of reaching for that pitch. Just taking a little bit off.
And if you're listening and you're envisioning Kwan, it's center fielder Stephen Kwan, not in left. We normally see him in left field. Colson Montgomery taking all the way. Ball one inside.
I'm going to assume, and I haven't looked at it, that Angel Martinez would have been playing center field and Kwan would be back out left. Now they're just filling the hole in the void of the center fielder.
Colson fouls.
Like we were talking, David Fry's been playing the outfield. Now you've got Cooper Engel playing the outfield. These guys, their careers started as catchers, really.
You know what? Actually, Kwan has played both quite a bit.
Okay.
Even when Martinez has been in the lineup, there's ball 2-2-1. Martinez has played left. So, yeah, Kwan has added a lot more center field to the mix this year. The 2-1. Feathered in the air, out into center. That's a base hit. That's that miss-hit single by Colson Montgomery, and it keeps the inning alive for Braden.
Isn't it amazing when you find a platinum glove type left fielder, you usually don't want to move them. Those are the guys, so many interchangeable parts out in left field for so many teams. They don't have that caliber left fielder. But when you do, leave them there. They're saving you a lot of runs.
Braden fouls straight back. He grounded out in the second. He's hit the ball on the ground a lot. Does have 2 home runs, including a game ender in his debut.
Nice total of doubles to start his big league career with 7 of those.
2-0 Cleveland. We're in the 4th inning. And the sinker is low. Sox might need one big swing here tonight. Get back in this one. They're only down a couple. They haven't won in this ballpark since 2024. And it's a different club on both sides. Fouled. 1-2.
Yeah, that's a fact. And the White Sox obviously just turned things around, and they've done it so quickly that so many teams are surprised. But you look at these Guardians, and you know they still think they're good enough to take this division because they do it year in and year out.
The 1-2 misses away.
Kind of like when we lost Murakami, we just kept on winning. And you look at this Guardians team, they're a team that feels, yeah, we lost Jose Ramirez, but we're going to keep on playing and picking up wins as well.
2-2. It's high. Olsen will be moving. And Zardo's going to play behind him at first base. The payoff is outside. So it's a walk, and that'll bring up Mydroth with 2 aboard. So 2-out rally here in the 4th.
Now batting for Chicago, second baseman number 10, Chase Mydroth.
I think it's kind of fun to look at the big difference for the White Sox in the division this year. 16-10 for the White Sox in the Central. That was not the case last year.
13-3 at home. They're 3-7 on the road. Mydroth takes a strike. Remember on the last trip they got swept in Detroit. But you got to win the games in the division, whether it be at home or away. At least they have the winning record over 6 games above 500. Mydroth takes a curve for a strike. Two on, 2 out, 2 strikes on Mydroth. The pitch. He swings and pokes a little pop-up out of the shallow center, and a backpedaling Bazana makes the catch.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain. We'd put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these stuff.
So these are Thai Cubs.
These are Thai Cubs.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another.
Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Nothing stops leaks like North Shore adult diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
2-0 Guardians, bottom of the 4th. Trying to jump back into a first place tie with the White Sox. Gabriel Arias takes inside on a curve from Davis Martin. Davis had a very laborious third. Gave up a couple of runs. One on a bases loaded walk. That's a strike. 1-1.
Yeah, he's actually thrown more out of the strike zone than in the strike zone at this point of the game. 30-29 in the categories.
1-1 pitch. Lined and caught. Flagged by Colson Montgomery as he reached out to his glove side at short.
Little snow cone action right there from Montgomery. And I'm going to tell you, I know you can imagine this as being good as a youngster, but line drives like that, hit that hard, are not that easy to catch. Because, first of all, you don't want to catch it in the palm of the hand because, well, it might break your hands. So you try and catch it perfectly in the pocket or the webbing of the glove. And sometimes you come up short with the grab because of it. It's not that easy.
Boy, that ball was labeled 110 off the bat. Bailey takes high. He started that 2-run third with a double. Fastball is inside, ball 2.
I think I'm going to state the obvious is Davis needs a good inning here. This is just the fourth. We need him to eat at least a couple more innings.
The 2-0 lines softly, left center field. It drops for a base hit. Patrick Bailey came in at 171, but he's 2 for 2 tonight.
And I think that's a perfect sign that his good stuff's not there tonight. Because as you just mentioned, Bailey came in hitting 171. And, you know, when he's got your number, you're a little bit off.
So a 1-out base runner. That brings up Kwan. First pitch, called strike.
Well, it's also the kind of night where, as a manager, you don't want to get a bunch of guys up in the bullpen unless you're absolutely going to use them.
Most of the bullpen should be available tonight. The 0-1 foul tipped. One exception could be Brian Hudson, who pitched yesterday and had to get up all 3 days at Camden Yards. The 0-2. Kwan lines foul. Guardians lead 2-zip, fourth inning. Short lead by Bailey at first. The 0-2 to Kwan. Lined, base hit to left. Antonacci was thinking about trying to throw to second to force Bailey. Sam was as shallow as you'll see a left fielder play. But he decided to throw it back into third instead.
Yeah, and I don't blame him for at least giving it a look like, let me see, because this got to me in a hurry, but he had no play. There wasn't even a middle infielder actually at the bag yet when he was ready to throw it. So, again, these guys tonight, they have Davis's number. If anything, you know right now you need to get somebody up.
And we're going to see some action. Looks like Isert. Bazana with 2 on. Already 2 for 2, and he takes low and in on a curveball.
So you mentioned 2 for 2 already, and he's hit the ball hard twice. So I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did not actually throw him anything to hit here. That's a problem, because if he doesn't, it's going to be bases loaded.
The 1-0 pitch. Changeup is outside. No, Chris Murphy. I've had Isert up the last 2 days, and it hasn't been him either time.
Yeah, no, it's a lefty, about the same size.
Yeah. They've been thinking ice because it's so hot. Called strike, 2-1.
Definitely been that the last couple of days. Oof.
Going to be a long night in Atlanta, it looks like. Cardinals scored 3 in the top of the first. The Braves have answered with 5 in the first. 5-3. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Nice pitch right there. Cutter below the knees, and that Bazana thinking he can get to it. Perfect pitcher's pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes. Down and in. Full count on the rookie Bazana. The payoff. Low. All 4, and they're loaded.
So we had yesterday's starter, Noah Schultz, walk 4. And now it's 4, walked by, or is it 5 actually, 5. By Davis.
And that's going to be it. It's going to be an early night for Martin. Bullpen time. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom 4, 2-0 Cleveland on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Waddle, it's my first 4th of July hosting this year, but I feel like I'm forgetting something. What's in the cooler? Haven't gotten that far yet. Well, there's your problem. What do you mean?
This is going to be one of those games that you're going to have to fight the elements. Wow! And I don't think that'll be the last bat toss we see tonight.
I would imagine not. As he slid behind Neto, took out his legs, but Neto held onto the ball.
Check out what our cameras caught. That's right. Smacking himself in the face. He really likes to pump himself up and make himself angry.
Oh, he used the hat. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, take a bow.
All right.
Absolutely.
Waffles is a proud partner of the Chicago White Sox this season. Every time the Sox turn a double play at home, Steinhoffels will donate $200 to Special Spaces to help create green bedrooms for children battling cancer. Before Chris Murphy pitches to Chase DeLauder, let's pause 10 per ID on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Nothing Cleveland, 4th inning. They have the bases full with 1 out. Left matchup. Here's the pitch. It's popped up down the left field line and foul territory, and Vargas will make the catch. Bailey tagged, but he's going to stay at third. That's out number 2. He caught it right next to that tarp roll.
Yeah, he did. And after he caught it, he just threw a one-hopper to home plate. Smart. Just because there's no reason to hold on to it. But Murphy was standing on the mound. And when the throw was in flight to home, he started running to back up. But that wouldn't have been helpful because he actually wasn't backed up there. At that point, you might as well just hope for the best and stay where you are.
That'll bring up Manzardo with 2 away. He takes low and outside on a slider. Chris has done some good work of late. Has not allowed a run over his last 6 appearances, and there's a strike on a curve. Season ERA at 4.41, making his 17th appearance. The 1-1. And Zardo takes a strike on a curveball. 1-2.
Well, you can tell that if Chris Murphy is throwing strikes with confidence, his stuff is great.
Three on, 2 down, 4th inning. The 1-2. Now swinging a line drive, right field, caught. Braden Montgomery made the catch and then went down into a baby slide.
Great read and jump on that contact.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
Good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody gonna take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it.
Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field, just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back?
Not gonna get back.
Okay, you can continue talking.
And you're just going to hold on to it? Yeah.
Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, "Black it."
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for Miggy. Just saying.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
In my house, we're building strength every day the right way. Learn more at usdairy.com.
You strive for more. Your bank should too. Achieve more with Republic Bank of Chicago. Banking beyond expectations. Visit ourbankchicago.com to get started.
Back in our Bell Tire broadcast booth here at Progressive Field in Cleveland. Martin tonight, for the first time ever as a big league starter, finished a game without a strikeout. 3 1/3, 5 walks. But the Sox are not out of this game by any stretch. Down 2-0. And they'll have Peters, Gonzalez, and Antonacci against Slade Ciccone in the 5th.
Yeah, Davis, you could see it. It was just not there for him tonight. And they got him out of there as quick as possible. And thank goodness Murphy came on and got it done and stranded those base runners to at least give your offense a chance to feel like you can get back in it. But so far, Ciccone has looked like he's been in command.
So here's Peters, 0 for 1. And he takes a curve for strike 1. Ciccone stretches and he throws. Ground ball foul, first base way. 0-2.
White Sox, it looked like in the second inning they might break across, a little help. And Aaron left field put runners on second and third, but they couldn't do anything with it.
0-2 is fouled. Peters bangs one off his front foot. They did everything in that inning to try and help. He had the base hit by Benintendi. Wild pitch moved him up, then the Aaron left. Second and third, nobody out, and they couldn't do anything with it. Giving Peters an extra second here. Now ready to resume. The pitch. It's high. I mentioned off the top, the Guardians wearing red hats with blue bills, but they're wearing blue helmets at the plate. That's something you see now that you never used to see. Non-matching hats and helmets. Swing and a line drive. Right field, and it'll one bounce all the way to the wall. And Peters has a double. Sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Adds to his team lead in doubles. That's his 18th on the year. Leadoff man in scoring position. Here we go.
Tito's is America's favorite vodka for a reason. Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc. Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly. Here's Jacob Gonzalez. And he takes a strike on a cutter.
You know, you are in get him over mode. We're just in the 5th inning, and it's 2-0, so you need to advance the runner. That's worst case scenario, but the way he swung the bat, you want him driving that runner in.
0-1 coming. Low on a sinker. And the White Sox, second and third, nobody out. Could not get a run in the second inning. 1-1, and there's a line drive, center field. It's going to hold up. Kwan's going to make the catch. He just hit it too far. And Peters has to stay at second.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, that's one of those at-bats where you don't advance the runner, you don't drive him in, but, I mean, the effort was there. You can see he was trying to hit a line drive back up the middle and drive him in, get him over whatever it was going to be, and unfortunately, as you said, hit it too far.
The batter's Antonacci. Runner at second, 1 out. Sun not a factor. Still some daylight left here in Cleveland. There's a strike on a sinker.
Go back in time, the old school managers in the game used to say, effort. I don't care about his effort. I want the job done. You know?
Yeah.
They're pretty strict about that stuff.
Swinging a fly ball toward the corner and left. This is a long run over for Engel, and it's going to be off the high wall. Peters will come around and score. It's a double for Sam Antonacci, and it's 2-1.
Well, trading places with him is a bonus, as Antonacci drives in the first White Sox run of the game. It's taken a couple of doubles here in the 5th, but keep the line moving.
Mentioned Engel had a long way to go over, and it hit the high wall, but I don't think it hit that high up that wall, maybe 7 or 8 feet.
He was never going to get there. You knew that from the angle that we're watching him take off. It's like, you can't get there. We know that much.
Vargas smokes one in the air out into deep right center. Kwan chugging hard, and he can't get it. Antonacci toward third, and he's going to have to hold. It's a double for Vargas. So it looked like Sam was tagging.
Yes.
And Vargas looks a little baffled. I think he thought that was going to drive in a run.
Yeah, okay. Here's the situation. When you're on second base and the ball's hit like that, there's one thing you're supposed to do. Get just far enough away that if they don't catch it, you're probably going to be able to score. And if they do catch it, you can get back and tag and take the 90 feet. But you can't just be tagging. And he was like one step away from second base, which is too close.
Carl Willis, the pitching coach, is out. 3 doubles in the inning. And it'll be Kyle Teal with runners at second and third. And 1 out.
And you're right. I mean, if you're Vargas, you're thinking, I just hit one hop off the center field wall with a man on second. This is a tie game. And if you look to third, you go, wait a minute, what just happened? Did he fall? But, again, there's that fine line of what you need to do there. What's more important? And the more important thing is going to be scoring on it if it's not caught.
Yeah, that would have been the second out, right? So tag to third is not nearly as important.
That's it. I mean,
it's a learning experience.
Absolutely. It'll be talked about and corrected on what's the right thing to do in that exact situation.
Infield in. Huge at bat for Teal. And he takes outside throw to third. Safe. Sam just got in. That was a planned play. Bailey fired a seed to Arias. And Antonacci just got his hand in. Boy, Hunter Wendelstedt called safe before the play was over.
Yeah, he did. That was really close. He was safe. We just saw a replay, but that'll get your hiney in a hutch real quick.
Wendelstedt made a good call. Here's a 1-0. Curve strike. Now, I didn't see a good replay. It might have been almost a pitch out.
Yeah, basically, as you said, it was a set play. So that pitch is designed to be a fastball away that leads the catcher right into the throw to third base. Timing.
1-1. Outside.
So, and it's such a timing play. The third baseman, Arias, was as far as he is off right now. But the minute the pitch was thrown, he broke because he already knew that the play was on to be a pitch away. They weren't going to hit it. And you got the base runner on his right foot leaning toward home. It's a tough play to get back on.
The 2-1 is lined into right, a base hit. Two are going to score. Antonacci and Vargas. Throw comes to second. It's off the mark. That is a go-ahead 2-run double for Kyle Teal. It's 3-2 Sox.
Oh, man, an abundance of doubles here in the fifth inning. 4 of them. And just like that, the White Sox have jumped ahead. You were waiting. You were just hoping that they pull some swings together. And here in the fifth, they have definitely found the length of Slade Ciccone. He was somebody that was dominating through 4.
Another double sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka. Here's Benintendi. He takes low. Tim Herron, a lefty, has been up in the Guardians bullpen. 3-2 White Sox in the fifth. The pitch. Benintendi fouls.
Kind of strange, right? You just kind of have this sense going through 4 innings like, man, they're just missing. They're just not there right now. Davis was just off, just missing. Everything was going against them until this inning.
1-1 is fouled.
Now, of course, you create your own luck, and they've done that in this inning.
One and 2. 4 big extra base hits in the inning. Benintendi, it's a soft bouncer to the second baseman, gloved by Bazzana. And he'll get the out at first base. Teal at third. 2 down. Colson Montgomery. It will now be the bullpen's job to hold a lead. And Murphy did a good job getting out of that 4th inning mess. Runner at third, 2 gone. The pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball. These are all 4-point games this weekend. Use the hockey parlance. The pitch is high. It'll either be a first-place tie or the Sox will be up 2.
Yeah, I mean, let's take it one game at a time, right? Pick this win up. Feel good about it.
Swing and miss. 1 and 2.
And we were talking about it. If the White Sox had come into this series going, hey, you know, you're guaranteed 2 out of 4, would you take it?
It's a great question. Normally on the road you would.
I'm looking at it like yes. You know why?
You want to leave Cleveland in first place.
Yes. But I kind of look at it like we're playing such good baseball, but you don't want to get greedy with it.
There's a swing and a smash foul past first base.
You know, because I don't.
You don't want to get greedy.
Well,
I'm going to write this down.
In the sense of, there's room for improvement for our team still. So I don't look at us and say, oh, yeah, no, we're supposed to win 4 games in Cleveland. You still know that you have room to improve, and hopefully we do that.
Colson takes high.
This offense comes in with a 242 team average. 242 is right about league average. And yet we talk about how good this offense is. If you put about 10 points on that batting average, it means they're going to be scoring even more runs.
2-2, he got him looking. But they put up 3 and have the lead. Sox 3, Guardians 2 in the 5th on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
There's a difference between driving and arriving. At Advantage Acura of Naperville, performance meets precision in every vehicle. Refined luxury, responsive handling, cutting-edge...
Rice with a 2-out RBI double to right field in the first inning. Driven deep to right field. Going back rally. Track. Wall. See ya. Ben Rice red hot with a solo home run. Yankees lead 5-2.
look of a hitter who is locked in early in the season.
And Ben Rice is, I can't believe it, his first home run of the season, 427 feet. It takes the sails out of what's going on in the dugout. That makes a big difference that the first batter came up and immediately gets one of the runs back.
The captain, Derek Sanderson Jeter, is one of the winningest players in Major League history. He was wearing these very batting gloves when he notched one of those most memorable hits, the 3,000th of his career.
Are we supposed to spit in them like they do the batting gloves?
No spitting. This is a non-spitting museum.
He's just the second player in history whose 3,000th hit was a home run. The first was a former teammate from the Yankees' 1996 World Series championship team. But before he began his Cooperstown-bound career, Bonds would cross paths with another future Hall of Famer. September 6, 1995, the Iron Man played his 2,000th 131st consecutive game, surpassing the unbreakable record of the Iron Horse.
Now that's how you pass the torch. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Who's their authority handing out red cards?
Oh, boy. And the options are the three of us, I assume.
You are correct, DJ.
DJ, by far. I don't think that's really... Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I think it'll be overwhelming. Aaron Jackson.
I don't
Jeff?
know about that.
Yes, 51% say DJ. 32 to me, 17 to you, Len. You're a stickler for the rules, Len.
Khalil Watson, awkward wave and a miss against Chris Murphy. Ball one.
You know, what I love about that is the fans know me. They really, really know me. I love it.
The 0-1 is outside.
If I can give double reds out, I would. Like, that's red for you.
Proving the point.
Yeah. Some people deserve double red. Trust me.
Curve is off the outside. It's 2-1. Because this is a 4-game series, tonight's game takes on a little greater importance in terms of how many bullpen guys each team has to use. Fouled 2-2. It could really affect the rest of the series. So these two managers will have to be very cagey about how they utilize those assets.
Well said.
The pitch popped up. Might be a play. Third base side foul territory over to the on-deck circle, and Teal makes the catch. He was hanging on to his mask with the right hand, and he caught the ball with the left hand. Nicely done.
Yeah, I mean, that's not how they teach it, but maybe that was just a balance for him. A little glove in one hand, mask in the other, and you feel balanced. I don't know, because normally you just discard the mask. That way you can use two hands.
You don't want to spend the time to pick it up. It's hot. I don't want to expend any extra energy.
I like when you put that out there. I like that. Keep going.
Rocchio batting right-handed.
Why is he batting right-handed? Give me a reason.
Chris Murphy's pitching.
Okay.
And the pitch is high. And along those lines, I think Sean Newcomb is very much in play tonight because they have so many lefties in their lineup. 1-0 is a strike. And if you get multiple innings out of Newcomb, he might be down until Saturday or Sunday. But you've got a chance to win a ball game, especially against Cleveland. You deploy all your weapons. Jam shot bouncer over to third, and Vargas will take care of it to first. Rocchio is out. And that'll bring up Cooper Ingle.
You spend a lot of time with the skipper during the manager's show, basically every day throughout the season. Started with that last year, and you would have to say that one thing about Will this year, more so than last, he is not willing to really give any game up. He wants to win them all.
100% right. Engel fouls. Now, I know that when White Sox fans, some fans see a lineup and Colson's not in there, or Antonacci or Teal, you go, wait a minute, but that is the one part. The pitch is hit in the air down the left field line. Antonacci's got a little room, and he drifts into foul territory and makes a catch. That's the one part of it. Over 160.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second, now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Gerber, outperforming at every touch point in collision and glass.
You're out of there, geeky store brands. When all else fails, try North Shore Adult Diapers for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com.
3-2 Sox. Braden Montgomery in the sixth. Takes an outside cutter. Ciccone is still working for the Guardians. Sean Newcomb, we just talked about him. He's up in the White Sox bullpen. Sinker strike. 1-1 the count.
Looks like Daniel Espino is up in the bullpen for the Guardians.
There's a swing and a base hit. Ground ball into left field. And Montgomery makes his way to second, and another double. 5 doubles in the last 2 innings for the White Sox.
And that's not by luck. Braden Montgomery has done that. Left-handed especially. Just hit some to the vacated third base spot down the left field line. So he has that swing, and he can work it.
Leadoff man in scoring position. That'll bring up Mydroth.
Well, you know me, get him over, get him in, but why not hit another double?
The pitch. It's outside. The heart of the lineup brought to you by Northwestern Medicine. Home to Illinois' top-ranked heart and vascular program for 18 straight years by U.S. News and World Report. Sinkers wide, ball 2. Ciccone at 98 pitches, but going back to our conversation about the 4-game series called Strike, now that the Guardians are trailing, you know Stephen Vogt wants to get as many outs out of his starter as he can before he has to go to his bullpen. The 2-1, hit in the air down in the corner and right. That's going to be a home run! Top of the wall, and then over and into the stands. It's 5-2. Chase Mydroth with an opposite way home run.
That was a line drive that just had the distance. I mean, the wind is slightly blowing out that way. It definitely helped things, but he just nailed that pitch that was down and away. He muscled up, and it paid off.
Career best 7th for Chase, brought to you by Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana. See Wiz Khalifa at Hard Rock Live Friday, August 28th. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Pitching change coming. 5-2 Sox.
In the history of the Diamondbacks, he is the all-time franchise leader with triples. That his 53rd. He has run for the record, and it is going to be such a treat to just watch him over the years.
The story tonight is Peyton Tolley. 7 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 7 strikeouts. He was phenomenal. He carried these guys tonight. This was just all-around great team win.
One of the most fun pitchers in the game of baseball to watch. Give him a sellout crowd, and he's going to entertain you.
It's been that kind of night for the Sox. It is 22-1.
Second largest win in franchise history. Pretty remarkable.
Out toward the wall. He jumps and he made the catch. Oh, what a play. He pulled it right back as it was going over the wall. That was absolutely incredible.
Go see the crew at Advantage Toyota River Oaks. Toyota, let's go places.
Sox lead 5-2. New pitcher is a right-hander. 25-year-old rookie named Daniel Espino. He's from Panama. Was drafted out of Statesboro, Georgia in the first round of the 19 draft. This is his 5th appearance. He's got an ERA of 8.10, and he works to Tristan Peters. And the curve is high, ball 1. Mindroth chased Slade Ciccone out of the game with a 2-run home run.
Well, Ciccone had to feel like he just got whiplash. He doesn't know what happened. He just got hit from behind. He wasn't ready.
Fouled. Good fastball at 98-1, ball 1 strike. I mean, they put 3 quick ones up with the doubles in the 5th and another double and a home run. And before that, I mean, he was fairly just cruising along like it was no big deal. And the White Sox said, no, it's wake-up time. Fastball strike on the inside edge.
It was at 98. The first pitch he threw was a different-looking curveball in the 70s. And now he's throwing a 20-mile-an-hour harder fastball.
1-2 is outside, a 4-seamer at 100. Base is empty, nobody out. 2-2 on the way. Fouled.
Espino just had a close-up on him before he threw the pitch. He's doing some breathing exercises out there. Either he's really hot or just trying to stay composed.
The pitch. Swinging a liner right to the glove of the first baseman, Manzardo. It looked like it was a bit of a mistake curveball. It was up, but he got away with it.
Hey, take your game day to the next level with our premium seating areas, all-inclusive dining, in-seat service, and preferred parking included. For more information, visit whitesox.com/premium.
The batter is Jacob Gonzalez. 0 for 2. He lined to center in his last at-bat. He takes high and outside. If you missed it on the manager's show, we chatted about Mune Murakami. He will need a rehab assignment at some point before he returns. There's a swing and a smash off the glove of Manzardo. It'll get out into right. Gonzalez has his first hit tonight. But before he heads out, the idea is you got to be able to run the bases and feel good 2 straight days. And he did run today. Don't know if he'll do it again tomorrow, but I think we're getting a little closer to a potential rehab assignment. And if you ask, will he be back before the All-Star break, I think the answer is maybe. Antonacci takes outside. Ball 1.
I can see that being realistic if he were to get out on a rehab, obviously, in the next couple of days. But, I mean, that's one of those wait-and-see moments.
The 1-0. Antonacci takes inside, including tonight, 10 games left and 11 days before the break. The stretch and the 2-0. Swing and a miss.
I'm watching the delivery of Espino, and he does the one thing that hitters, even though he throws really hard, can get some timing on. He's got a little bit of a longer arm delivery. Kind of brings the arm straight back, and it's rhythmic to where you can time the fastball.
Fouled to make it 2-2.
And when I say that, he just quick pitched.
Now, I haven't talked, at length about this with Murakami. 2-2. He struck out Antonacci on a fastball. First strikeout for Espino, and that'll bring up Vargas. But it's worth at least mentioning. If Murakami is ready with, let's say, going into that A's series, my hunch is they would bring him back and he would play that weekend. But, if it's a day or two before the break, that might make you think twice and just give him the extra 4 days. Fastball is high. But the other factor is Jacob Gonzalez has been so good that you might be a little more conservative with Murakami.
I would agree.
That is actually a luxury,
yes.
Right? You have the benefit of bringing him back if you want, but you don't have to out of some sort of desperation. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Because you want to make sure when he comes back that he's back for good.
Yeah, my 2 cents on this is this. I'd rather him go out on a rehab basically over the All-Star break.
Up and in, 2-1.
Because the minor leagues is still playing at that time. And then you don't worry about him being back before the break and then taking another break. So I'd amp him up or ramp him up right before the All-Star break and into the All-Star break, and then have him ready second part of the season.
Vargas fouls.
Well, that's just me.
Yeah, we'll see. And I think everything is on the table. The player typically wants to come back as quickly as possible. But you also brought up a factor I hadn't considered of the 4 days off if you ramp him up and bring him back before that. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Let's not ramp him up and cool him off.
Right. 2-run homer, Chase Mydroth makes it 5-2 Sox in the 6th inning in a big game in Cleveland.
Batting third, number 5, George Brett.
Never seen this before. Look at this. Not just the Royals with the respect, but the Rangers as well. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit! George Brett singles in his last at-bat. Wow. Way to go, George.
And he'll hit it in the hole. Tovar, a long throw from the outfield. Grass, they got him! Oh, my goodness!
Cruz the other way to deep right center, the other way, and Kaiser leaps and makes a phenomenal catch up against the wall.
Shallow, trouble. Griffin makes the play. Connor Griffin. Tremendous play by the Pirates shortstop.
Leaping catch by Curtis Mead for the out. Snow cone in the webbing of the glove.
Line
line to center. Pete Crow Armstrong in, slides, and he makes the catch. Great play by Pete. The throw from Montgomery to second. Got him. What an arm from the rookie, Braden Montgomery. By 10 makes the catch. A dazzling effort again from Abreu and a tip of the cap from Sonny Gray.
One's driven out to right field. That takes Nimmo back near the wall. He makes the catch.
Hit that wall hard, but he makes the play, and this one's over.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
When we bring you our gateway to the booth, brought to you by the City of Countryside, Chicago's Western Gateway. It's an Ask Len Day. You ready, Mr. Casper?
I am ready.
All right, Jack wants to know, Len, what's something you absolutely have to do as you prepare for a game, one that makes perfect sense, and then one that's a personal quirk?
Yeah, answer my question, Len.
Thanks, Jack. New pitcher Sean Newcomb. He'll face 7, 8, 9, starting with Arias. I try to make sure I go through all the game notes, and I think I check Twitter as well to see if there are any late roster moves before the first pitch. Fastball is inside. For example, the Orioles the other night put Keegan Aiken, who was in the game notes as an active player, on the IL 1 minute before the game started. Fastball is outside, ball 2. So they brought up a lefty named Josh Walker. Had I not checked Twitter, when Walker came into the game later, we would have been very befuddled. Line drive, base hit left field. Arias with a leadoff hit off Newcomb. So you never want to get caught looking, and he wasn't on the score sheet either. But I mentioned to you during the break, I think after the top of the first, hey, the Orioles made a move in their bullpen. So that's something I always try to do to make sure that we don't miss any moves. And then the quirky thing, I guess in the last half hour before we go on the air, here's the pitch to Bailey. It's inside. Because when you get to the ballpark, you're in baseball mode, you're in prep mode. I try to spend 5 or 10 minutes just forgetting about baseball to kind of clear the brain a little bit and get locked in. That makes sense. Slurve is outside. So I might check my phone and play the New York Times Pangram for 5 minutes. Just kind of get your mind off baseball and get back and locked in.
No, I see you do that, and I come disturb you and mess with you and talk baseball.
Of course. The 2-0 has popped up. I should never have mentioned that on the air now that you know.
Oh, I know. Trust me.
Foul territory. Gonzalez is going to make the catch right over the railing near the photog area. So he's stuck with it, and it stayed in, and Bailey is out. Here's Stephen Kwan.
That's how you do it. It's not a lot of foul territory, but Gonzalez did the right thing. He got over the railing, and he set up, and it was perfect because he just had to lean a little bit and make the grab. If he tried to time that, that would have been a little more difficult.
Kwan takes outside. So the camera well actually sticks out a little bit farther than the actual dugout. But he still had room. Newcomb's pitch in on his hands for ball 2. Mainly in the pregame, I try not to stick to any specific routine, just because every day is a little different.
Yep.
The 2-0 is outside. And I know early in my career I had a routine, and whenever it was upset, I would get anxious. And that's the last thing you want to do before the first pitch of a game is go, oh, I didn't get this done.
No, good point.
3-0, he takes it. It's a strike.
Well, you mentioned the other day that last-second check to see if anything had changed. And when you pointed it out to me about the roster move for the Orioles, I started looking everywhere where I would get the information. It wasn't posted.
No, it wasn't. Fouled by Kwan.
So you're right. I would have went, if they brought him in, I would have went, wait a minute, what's going on? Where did he come from? Because our normal route of information is whether it be email or a text or something like that. Hey, this just happened. We never received that.
The 3-2, just outside ball 4. So Quan walks. Bottom of the order's been getting on base tonight for Cleveland. First and second for Travis Bazzana.
Quan just makes pitchers uncomfortable because he crowds the plate. And it's the one time for me where I look in and I see this from the center field camera and our pitchers, and a little bit of their angle, and I just think to myself, just pretend he's not even standing there. Just make your pitches and just do it with authority. And if one gets away from you and plunks him, that's not your problem because he's literally, his hands are over the plate.
Bazzana fouls. One strike the count. Bazzana has singled, doubled, walked, knocked in a run, and scored a run. The pitch. Outside miss on a slurve.
Newcomb doing something we're not used to. That's 9 out of the strike zone and only 5 strikes so far.
The pitch. Hammered foul on a line to right, out of play.
Bazzana, he too is crowds the plate a little bit. So many hitters crowd the plate more than back when I played. I don't know how they feel so comfortable doing it, but in their minds, they don't ever worry about a stray one coming up and in, I guess. Whereas when I played, that was a consideration depending on the pitcher.
I'm with you, though. I feel like guys were way off the plate comparatively. Fastball is low. 5-2 Sox in the 6th. Cleveland has 2 on with 1 out.
Pitchers in a different era used to not look for a soft, muscly spot to hit. They weren't afraid to aim at your chin.
2-2. Sinker is outside. It's a full count.
This was not expected. When you bring in Newcomb, you just expect him to be dominant, but he's having a hard time finding the strike zone.
The pitch. Outside again. And the bases are loaded again. For the 3rd inning in this game, the Guardians have loaded the bases, and Zach Bove will come out and chat.
Just a look, right? You look in as a left-hander, and if you don't feel that you have your pinpoint command and that guy's hands are hanging over the inside corner, it just feels like the target is away, 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 and that's where he missed with everything, was away. And it should be, if you know, when a guy crowds a plate, you don't even think about that. Just throw up there with authority. You don't want to hang something to him because that's what he's hoping for while he's crowding the plate. Just gotta throw strikes because this is the alternative. You're in a jam, and now you got to really, really locate.
Chase DeLauder, another lefty. Bases loaded, and he fouls. He made his major league debut in last year's postseason. On opening day this year, in his regular season debut, he homered in Seattle. In his first plate appearance, he had 2 homers in that game. He takes strike 2. Newcomb would love a strikeout. Infield at double play depth. 0-2 pitch. Outside and low.
Lots of pressure right now on the catcher. This comfortable lead, it feels like, but just with one swing, it's no longer that. And you don't want anything getting past you in the dirt, yet you know you need to keep the ball down.
The 1-2 is bounced to first. Gonzalez will step on first. Throw to the plate's going to be late. He did the right thing. He got an out. They'll score a run. Remember earlier, about a week ago, on a similar play, he was near first, and it was not a force play at home plate, I believe, and he just threw home and didn't get an out. But he gets a big out. going to see Reese Hoskins hit for Manzardo. 5-3 Sox, runners at second and third for Cleveland.
Yeah, good description of that play last week with the inexperienced first baseman, Gonzalez. That one was pretty easy for him. He came charging in. The ball was basically right at first base. He caught it, stepped on the bag in one motion. He threw it to the plate just in case.
So Hoskins or Manzardo. Arias scored on that ground out, and DeLauder will get an RBI.
Yeah, the tying run stands at second base.
Here's the pitch to the pinch hitter. It's a strike. Yeah, you kind of feel like this game is destined to be close.
Not surprising what had took place in Chicago between the two teams.
Slurve is outside. The pitch. Outside breaking ball, 2-1. Watson's on deck, a lefty.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be thinking to myself, I got to be cautious with this guy with the lefty on deck. That lefty, to me, he's proven he can stay in there on anything.
Hoskins pops it up. Teal trying to look for it. He can't find it, and Vargas can't get there. And it was on the other side of the net, thankfully, anyway. Teal had no idea where that ball was.
No, and like you said, in the end, thankfully, it was on the other side of the net. Normally I wouldn't say that, but when your catcher can't find it, then lands in play, it's almost like you gave them a second life.
Good job by Miguel, though. He realized Kyle didn't know where the ball was. And hustled as always.
Kind of funny, Quan was hustling down the third base line to score on a foul ball.
Sure, 2 outs.
It's a foul ball. You can't score on those.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Newcomb, I'm sure not happy he gave up 1, but he keeps the team in the lead.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The Arizona Diamondbacks are striking back after a slow start, and it's largely thanks to one of baseball's fastest men.
Corbin's on the run. He's going the distance. He's going for speed.
Corbin Carroll has been playing like an MVP since his debut in 2022, but in his 4th full season, he's taken his game to a whole new level.
This guy's unbelievable. He's unforgettable.
On Sunday, Carroll put together one of the best games of his career, going 4 for 4 with 2 triples and a 9-1 D-backs win. That put Carroll at 8 triples for the season, twice as many as any other player, and 51 for his career.
He's the reason why you come to the ballpark.
Watch him hit and watch him run.
He became the 2nd fastest player of all time to reach 80 homers and 50 triples. Only Hall of Famer Lou Gehrig did it faster. Carroll's on pace to lead the majors in triples for the 3rd straight season, and he's only 1 triple away from tying the Diamondbacks club record of 52.
Struck him out.
Home of your Chicago White Sox.
Time to get back to work with the bats. It's the top of the 7th inning, and it's Teal, Benintendi, and Montgomery. Colson due up against Espino, who came on and faced 4 batters, struck a couple of them out. Yeah, he came on and put the fire out.
Teal takes inside on a slider. Big go-ahead two-run double for Kyle in the 5th inning. Takes a fastball off the outside. Grant Taylor is up in the Sox bullpen. 2-0 is hit a ton to right, and he hooked it foul.
We had a couple of those in this game. Benintendi hit one, now Teal. Just long, hard strikes.
The 2-1 is tapped foul. Don't know if the goal was to get Newcomb 2 innings, but I think after how hard he had to work in the 6th, it's likely to be a one and done. That's why Taylor is up.
Hey, you never know, right? On a day like this humidity, this heat, how a guy's going to handle it.
The 2-2 fouled. Right-hander Sean Armstrong is loosening for the home team. The pitch. Teal takes inside.
99-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball had him jumping back out of the way, getting his kneecaps to safety.
That sets up a 3-2. Here it is. It's high. It's ball 4. That brings up the DH, Benintendi. We're broadcasting from our Bell Tire broadcast booth. Progressive Field in Cleveland. On a hot midsummer night. Sox lead 5-3 in the 7th. Benintendi takes high and away.
It's going to take some work, but the White Sox, hopefully, big picture, end up having a winning record away from home. Right now, starting today, they're 17-26 on the road, so they've got pretty far to go to get to a winning record.
The 1-0 is fouled back.
But at least they're leading this first game of 4 scheduled here at Progressive Field.
The stretch. The 1-1. Foul makes it 1-2. Earlier you were saying, given the option, would you take 2-2 this weekend? Well, if you win tonight, you ask that again, you do start to get greedy, but
you're right.
It is important to win that first game.
It is. It's kind of like getting a hit in your first at bat. You can relax after that and have better swings because of it.
There's a chopper past Hoskins, picked up by Bazzana. Hoskins got back to the bag just in time. And his foot found first base before Benintendi crossed the bag, so that's the first out. Teal now at second.
Yeah, Hoskins broke like he was going to make a play and then realized, bad decision, and he did just barely get back.
Bazzana had to wait a little bit before he got back, and the White Sox are going to challenge.
In the yellow call at first base.
They're going to say that either Benintendi simply beat it, or that Hoskins' foot was not on the bag initially.
He did make a second move with his foot to try and that's when you start thinking, well, he must have missed with the first effort. And if the second one was the one where he touched it, then Benintendi did look safe. But what we're seeing, it's like his toe is on the side of the bag. Yeah, I think he's going to be out.
We've got a camera angle from right field. The problem is Edwin Moscoso's in the way. You can't see where his foot is.
Yeah, they can't use that camera angle. say we've not seen anything that's going to overturn it.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out. Chicago will lose their challenge.
So one away. Here's Colson Montgomery.
All right. Well, even though there's an out there, there's a man in scoring position, and it's not going to take much to get him in. Just, nice rocket in the gap. Start getting greedy. We had nothing but a few singles the first 4 innings. Now we've got nothing but crush time.
Olsen takes outside. How about a little feather shot out in the left center like he did back in the second?
Okay. I mean, if Teal reads it right, then he'll score, no problem. But the White Sox have had nothing but, doubles and home runs basically since then.
Slider is outside, ball 2. Texas has a 3-0 lead over Detroit. They're in the 3rd inning from Arlington. The 2-0, cut and a miss. Rays 3, Royals 1 in the 5th inning. Jeff Miller will have more from around the league in the bottom of the inning. The pitch is a strike on a fastball. 2-2 to Colson Montgomery.
You mentioned something earlier about someone mentioning that they felt Montgomery was qualified to probably be an all-star this year. And go back to the start of last season.
There were questions on whether he would ever get here.
Put some work in, and now we're talking about an all-star.
Fastball is outside. It's a full count. 21 homers. That leads all primary shortstops. Good defensive metrics. Last I checked. The pitch. Hit hard on a hop to first. Gloved by Hoskins. An underhand flip to the pitcher at the bag to get the out. Teal now at 3rd. And it'll be Braden Montgomery.
I was watching a little information on Jacob deGrom. You like what he's done in his career.
Very much.
But he only has 103 career wins.
It's because he's been injured a lot.
Yes. So he's got he's an interesting conversation about the Hall of Fame. That's what he is. Because I don't see it happening.
We've got a pitching change before Braden bats.
And that one's driven out to right field. That takes Nimmo back to the wall. He makes the catch. What an amazing catch by Nimmo to finish this one off.
Home run, Junior Caminero.
He's now homered in 4 straight games.
The home runs just keep on coming.
Cannonball coming. 2-homer game. Oh, Hearn, oh, baby. Whoa, my goodness. One of the farthest home runs we've seen at PNC Park.
Ewing back, track, wall, gone, number 30.
He's the first to 30 home runs this year, and he's the fastest Philly to 30 home runs of the season.
Boy, was that clutch, man.
That was clutch. His longest no-hit bid of his illustrious Major League career. And Sonny will get a well-deserved standing ovation.
What a great effort by Sonny Gray tonight.
Wist & Hammond, Commercial Tire Service is the #1 choice for tires when the job needs to get done right. Visit CommercialTireServices.com.
New pitcher for Cleveland is a right-hander, Sean Armstrong, which is always a great surname for Major League pitchers. 35 years old, North Carolina native. making his 29th appearance. Runner on third, 2 outs. Braden Montgomery fouls. Sox lead 5-3 in the 7th.
That swing by Braden, not one that he'd be trying to slap inside the third base line like last time for a double. He was trying to hit it out of here.
Armstrong back with Cleveland. He's pitched for 8 different big league teams. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Now time called. Braden batting left-handed. The stretch. The 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Third base side. Just into the outfield grass. Catch made by Arias.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Here's Trout, 2 for 2. And Trout jacks one to left field, way back there, and gone! Mike Trout turns back the clock again. He homers on back-to-back days to begin the baseball season.
You never want to take for granted watching a future Hall of Famer. He looks fantastic. The bat speed is there. Oh, man. I mean, and you get goosebumps thinking about how good that player is and how good he still is.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Has 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves. Chase Burns picked up his 10th victory of the year as the Reds beat Jacob Mizorowski in a showdown between two young NL flamethrowers. Junior Caminero has not homered yet. He has a streak of 6 straight games with one. And both Wilson Contreras and Cade Cavalli have been suspended 7 games for their part in Tuesday's benches clearing incident at Fenway. White Sox on top 5-3 in Cleveland as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Back to Len Casper and Darren Jackson.
Okay, Jeff Miller, thank you. New pitcher is Brandon Eisert, the lefty. Watson, Rocchio, and Engel scheduled to bat for Cleveland. 5-3 White Sox. Bullpen has been needed a little more than initially thought. Davis Martin knocked out of the game in the 4th. Watson hits a deep fly ball out of the left center. Peters makes a catch on the warning track. He ranged a long way to go get that one.
Yeah, nice job letting his left fielder know as early as possible, too, that he was tracking it. That way you're not running into each other, and we all know that Antonacci wants to go catch everything because that's how he plays, hard.
Here's Rocchio. David Fry now on deck to bat for Engel. Rocchio batting right-handed, takes high and outside on a slider.
corner infielders are in. Rocchio swings and misses on a high fastball. Back to Jacob deGrom, two-time Cy Young winner, ERA title, five-time All-Star. He was a Rookie of the Year with the Mets. The pitch fouled. Career WAR of almost 50. I just don't know if he's pitched enough. He's an interesting Hall of Fame case because when he was healthy, he was among the best in the business.
That's it. I think he's to me, if they take serious consideration, he'll open the door for a lot of other people.
Fastball is high.
A lot. You mentioned the almost there Hall of Fame guys, and there's a lot of those guys.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Teal picks that ball out of the dirt, fires to first. Two come to mind, David Cone and Brett Saberhagen. Cone's career WAR 62.3, Saberhagen 58.9.
Yes. And if you were to, bring those names up to people, they'd go, oh, yeah, they're Hall of Famers. Players that went against them during their era, yeah, they'd say they were Hall of Fame pitchers.
Here's David Fry. Takes outside and high. He homered yesterday, but hasn't been swinging a hot bat of late. 3 for his last 31. He's got power, and he takes a strike. Fry is 30 years old. The pitch. Down and in on a slider. Martin to Murphy to Newcomb to Eisert. We said it early, going to need some left-hand pitching in this series. We've seen 3 out of the bullpen. Anthony Kay will start tomorrow. There's a fly ball deep left, and it's over the high wall for a home run. David Fry makes it a 1-run ball game. It's now 5-4 White Sox.
That is now his second pinch hit on the season and 16 at-bats.
Well, we've got another 1-run game. Not a shock.
He got a fastball up to his liking.
These are the top 2 teams in the league in terms of 1-run games played. Cleveland has played 28 such games. They're 14-14. The White Sox have played 27. Arias takes a strike. They're 17-10. Now, it might not end up a 1-run game, but that's where we are at this stage. Late. The 0-1 is hit in the air out into deep center. Peters is back. He's got room, and he grabs it. Guardians close.
The tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? It looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side. And a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
Coming off AL Player of the Week honors, where he hit over 400 with 3 homers, Bobby Witt Jr. was all gas, no brakes.
And grounded inside the bag and up the line. Played poorly off the sidewall by Carpenter. How far will Bobby go? And Vance Wilson is going to let him come to the plate. He is in there.
To say Bobby is on a tear is an understatement. His gap-to-gap power and that lightning speed have him among the major league leaders in hits, stolen bases, and WAR. He also just happens to be one of baseball's premier defensive players.
Goodness, that's why he's one of the best in the game.
That is how you win a Gold Glove in back-to-back seasons, and last year earned a Platinum Glove.
Baseball fans are bearing witness to something special.
He's their go-to guy in all situations, whether it's defensively, offensively, running the bases, complete player.
A primetime player in his prime.
it's Will Venable, manager for the Chicago White Sox. Hopefully we can support these guys to take the next step forward. You're listening to ESPN Chicago.
Well, the Guardians, with a run in each of the last 2 innings, have made it a 1-run White Sox lead. Chase Meidroth, who hit a 2-run homer in the 6th, leads off the 8th. And he takes a high sweeper from Sean Armstrong. Peters on deck, and then Gonzalez. A lot of room in the left center gap. Sweeper is low. Yeah, with him hitting a home run to right field, they think that's his target now, that direction. A little breeze blowing out to right center, so, yeah, get one up in the air. Sinker right down the middle. It's a strike. It's 2-1. Grant Taylor was up earlier. He's up again. I think the hope is that he could maybe finish this game. Meidroth hits a chopper to the third baseman. Easy pick by Arias. Bad throw under the glove of Hoskins. Meidroth will end up at second base. Boy, that was as routine as it gets. And as Arias with a bad throw, it's a 2-base error, and the White Sox hope to take advantage.
And he wasn't under pressure because Meidroth wasn't really sprinting down the line. He was just kind of running, and Arias just dropped down, a little sidearm flick, and it was terrible. So, a big break because he had all the time in the world to throw that to first.
Peters, the batter. The corner infielders are in. And he takes low and in and did not show bunt. Arias just took his right hand and slapped his glove. He's not happy with himself.
Well, I mean, look, in the end, when you're a guy that likes to sidearm the ball, better be sure you always are accurate with it.
He hits a high pop fly out into right center. Meidroth's going to go back to tag. Kwan's going to make the catch. Chase is going to try it. Here's the throw, and he's out. Stephen Kwan with a perfect throw. I don't think it bounced at all. Right to the glove of Arias, and that's a double play.
Yeah, it was a short hop pick by Arias, but can't run on him on that. I mean, I'm stating the obvious now, but he's one of the quicker release throwers in the outfield and the most accurate thrower you're going to find in the outfield. I mean, okay, you take a chance to get there, but that's not one where I would allow my guy to go. I'd be like, stay there.
2 outs. Gonzalez takes high. Yeah, nice short hop pick by Arias, who just made up for that error. Base is empty. They were booing, and now they're cheering.
Yes.
That's how it goes. Fastball strike.
You know, how you get the booing back is hit a home run right now. All this just happened. A 2-base error and then a double play from the outfield.
Cutter outside.
That's one, if they challenge it, it's going to go against the White Sox.
And they didn't. Each team has one ABS challenge remaining. The 2-1 home. Fouled. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Jacob. He's hit in the air. Foul to left, out of play.
Chicago Sports Network is your TV home for White Sox baseball. Stream the Sox all season long, anytime, anywhere, on up to 3 devices with the CHSN app.
The pitch. Gonzalez hits a bouncer, gloved by Arias. He's got another chance. Not a good throw to first. He pulled Hoskins off the bag. Hoskins thinks he was on the base. For now, Gonzalez is saved. What's interesting is Arias very obviously tried to throw that about 200 miles an hour to first.
Yes.
He was.
Cleveland is challenging the safe call at first base.
He was clearly upset about that earlier throw, but he kind of got out of whack and threw that ball a little bit wide, and the Guardians are convinced that this will be overturned as they're heading off the field.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, we're not saying anything that would overturn it right now in one view.
Well, you know me, I hate when they leave the field, so if for no other reason then they have to head back, I'm all for it.
Yes.
That being, I mean, obviously you want the inning to continue anyway.
I mean, we're seeing him pull his foot off the bag at the finish of the play, but we're not seeing from an angle that we're looking at right now of him catching the ball. Just appeared that his foot was dragging off the side of the base. But I agree. That's one of those times. I think it's going to be, it stands or it's going to be confirmed. It's definitely not going to be overturned. I don't see that.
I don't at the moment see evidence of an overturn. And now Armstrong is going to head back to the mound. A couple of the Guardians are hedging a little bit.
You know, that play by Arias was definitely grab far to your left, spin, and fire as hard as you can, as you mentioned. He tried to make up for the lack of effort on the previous one. But the throw was off the mark. And he's got a sidearm delivery, and it's not that accurate right now from what we're seeing.
Here's the voice of Vic Carapazza.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. The runner is out.
Whoa, right. We didn't see that.
Not from the angles that we were shown.
Bottom 8, 5-4.
Foul ground, and he's got it. What a catch by Max Kepler. Wow.
Hook and Valdez comes up with it. Oh, my.
A soft ground ball towards third. Bichette on the backhand has it. Crossfires to first. Got him.
Bichette with the backhand play, the bouncing throw on 2 hops in time.
To second, diving play by Hoder, shuffles to second, and they get the force. Diving into right field, Osana gets up and throws out Berger.
Ground ball over the right side, diving stop to his left corner, throw to first in time to get Tatis.
Freely coming on and dives, he caught it. Sproat loves it.
Shortstop Henderson diving.
Throws to first, did they get him? Yes, they did.
Diving stop by Edmund to his feet. Long throw to first there in plenty of time.
To the right side, diving stop, Clemens finds the grip and gets the out at second base. The Sun, who's going to get it? Corona Grower makes the catch. Corona Grower in trouble again. Oh, he caught it again.
Talk to me.
This is called a Crawford dog. Hamburger bun.
Yes.
2 split top Angus beef hot dogs griddled on the skillet, on the plancha. And then we do a bacon onion jam with Crawford Bock beer.
Pick it up like a burger.
Pick it up like a burger, and you just go in, man.
Let's go to town.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, best hot dog I've ever had. Best hot dog I've ever had. I love this, man.
This is how I grew up eating hot dogs.
A rejuvenated team lighting up the...
In his last 5 at-bats show he's yet to record a hit. There's some... It's a grand slam!
This is the Chicago White Sox Baseball Network.
Here's hard-throwing Grant Taylor in the bottom of the 8th. Guardians got 2 in the 3rd inning against the starter Davis Martin, who uncharacteristically struggled with his command tonight. He left the game in the 4th inning. The White Sox then scored 3 times on 4 fifth-inning doubles. They added to their lead on a 2-run homer from Meidroth in the 6th. Guardians got 1 off Newcomb in the bottom of that inning. Fry hit a pinch homer in the 7th. And here we are in the bottom of the 8th. Patrick Bailey at the plate, and he takes a low curve from Taylor.
Bailey was bailing while he was almost swinging at the same time. He was thinking, here comes the heat. Started his swing, and then his body was falling toward first base.
Fastball 98, it's a strike. a couple of hits, including a double and a run. They acquired him earlier this year from the Giants. And he takes a strike to make it 1-2.
It goes to show you, he was ready for the fastball in the first pitch. Checked his swing on a breaking ball, and then he's taken 2 fastballs.
1-2. Swing and a miss on a curve. He struck him out.
Yep, great sequences. Just outthought him. Got him to swinging a curveball down.
That brings up Kwan. 1 for 2 with a walk and a big outfield assist.
More than likely going to try to do that little slicer. Antonacci shades in and over toward the line.
Curve is high. I love it. I think left fielders play too deep against Kwan. You almost want to challenge him to try to hit it over your head, right? Pitch is inside on a fastball.
Normally I'd say yes, but right now it's a 1-run lead. And Antonacci's not an experienced outfielder, so it will be a challenge if he does drive one over his head.
He takes low. Ball 3.
Again, Kwan making a pitcher feel uncomfortable with his hands hanging over the inside corner, crowding the plate. Got to block all that out, right? Just don't even see the batter there.
3-0 is low, and Kwan discards the bat toward the dugout and heads to first.
He literally just went up there and stood there. Nothing was close to swing at.
Bring up the rookie second baseman, Bazana. Five, 4 Sox, bottom of the 8th. Tying run at first with 1 out. Taylor steps off. Now he's ready. The set, the pitch. Curve is high. Taylor's made some adjustments in his second year. We don't see any cutters. It's basically fastballs, sliders, and curves. Curve strike. 1-1. You know, his toolbox is somewhat similar to Liam Hendricks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Very close.
A 1-1 pitch. Curve strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, the difference, I think, is this. With Grant, the curveball is a little more dynamic. And,
yes.
I think and reliable.
With Liam threw more sliders than curves. Throw to first late. Liam, by the way, is pitching with Iowa, the AAA club of the Cubs. I think Aaron Bummer is his teammate.
Okay.
One and 2 on Bazana. The pitch. Curve again, this time outside.
White Sox have made up some ground to lead in this division, but that's because also the Guardians, they struggle in June, 5 games under 500, which gives the lead in the division to the White Sox because they were 1 game over 500. So they made up 6 games.
Swing and a miss on a fastball. Boy, curve, and then boom. 2 down.
That works. Again, sequencing. Just off the corner. And he helped him out and went after it.
I think the difference you talk about is the White Sox have played better without one of their star players than the Guardians have without Jose Ramirez.
Great point.
Chase DeLauder bats. And he takes a strike.
But for whatever sequence of reasons as to why, but the White Sox just have been consistent. They've kept winning, and they've taken control of the division because of it.
The 0-1 fouled. 0-2. Couple of fastballs here to open this at bat.
and it feels like he's just dominant out there right now, yet he's only thrown one more strike than ball. He's thrown 8 strikes out of 15.
Juan's still at first with 2 away. The pitch hit on the ground, but right to Mydroth, down to a knee. He'll get up with it, and a high throw. Gonzalez went up to get it, came down on the bag, and when Chase...
I went to college at Northeastern University, and all my friends were Red Sox fans, and while in my 3 years there, I really grew to appreciate Red Sox Nation and everything that they bring to the table, and once I got my head wrapped around the trade, I was really, really excited. I think they have one of the most iconic logos, these 2 Sox right here on the sleeve. I love keeping it simple, really fond of the font, and I think it's a really cool look.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Riley Green looking to add on and maybe take a lead. Riley Green, fly ball right center field. This one's deep. Watch it fly. Gone. How about it? Riley Green's first of the postseason delivers a 4-3 lead for the Tigers in the 6th.
Wow, just stayed on that breaking ball. Man, did he hammer that thing. That was 3/4 of the way up those seats out there in right center field.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
White Sox baseball.
It's deep and he's gone. Murakami, first home run in Chicago.
You guys, you might have.
ESPN Chicago.
Tim Herron, lefty, into the game. And he will face a pinch hitter, Randall Grichuk, who will bat for Antonacci. 5-4 White Sox, 9th inning. If this is a 5-2 game, I think Antonacci probably leads off, but I think this is about adding a run if you can here, and Grichuk has been so good in the pinch and against lefties. You kind of have to do it.
Especially since you've already seen a pinch hit home run. It's just a reminder, hey, we got a guy that can do that too.
That's it. The pitch to Grichuk. Low and in on a curve.
David Fry, the left fielder, plays him like he's about to pull it down the left field line.
The 1-0. Hammered in the air out in the center. It's deep. And it will be caught. Leaping catch by Kwan on the warning track. A very loud first out.
It was not the most stylish play by Kwan. Maybe just a little uncomfortable going straight back, one over his head. He kind of never really wanted to take his eye off of it. And then the finish was, he was fortunate to catch it with that little jump. It's one where you could just run back and get comfortably there and wait for it, but he just drifted with it.
Vargas takes a strike. He doubled as part of that big 5th inning in which the Sox grabbed the lead. That snapped an 0 for 14. The 0-1 swung on and missed.
It's such a strange feeling. We had Vargas go through a little downturn, then he got hot, just stayed hot. And then he's gone through this little rough patch of getting hits right now, and you can just tell he's not feeling as confident with every swing.
0-2, low and in.
And it's strange because it's not like he's been in a funk. but you can put yourself in a funk because you're not getting the hits and you're making contact. You could start thinking too much that you need to make adjustments. You really didn't.
One-two is hit hard on the ground, backhanded it short, actually out in shallow left, and Rocchio bounces the throw and gets Vargas. Nice play by the Cleveland shortstop.
Yep, he knew he needed to be accurate and get rid of it. And the best way to not throw it off the mark is that bounce.
So it's Kyle Teal with 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth, the Guardians will have Hoskins, Watson, and Rocchio due. Sinker is inside, and nobody loosening, so it looks like it's Grant Taylor's inning.
Ambush home run right here. Turn this into a left-on-left crime.
Junior Perez on deck for Benintendi. Should we get there? Fastball strike. Here's a 1-1 from Heron. Foul. Up into the sweet level to our left.
They really are shading Teal the other way. Stephen Kwan, the center fielder, actually shades way over all of a sudden with 2 strikes, and he pushed the left fielder over as well and in. And they must think he is like Stephen Kwan. He can drive the ball out of here the other way. They're playing him in.
The 1-2. He struck him out swinging. It was off the plate, and it looked like Kyle decided late to swing at it.
Vargas 1 for 3. 1-0. Vargas hits it deep to left center. This one's got some carry, and it's gone. Eldemaro Vargas gets one back. Well, you're the DH. You're supposed to be the hitter, and he's been hitting a single and a run scored in the second, and a 2-out homer in the 7th, his first of the year. That went 431 feet.
109 miles an hour off the bat. That's a momentum breaker right there.
He's the ultimate argument for the 26-man roster.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Gerber Collision and Glass. For more than 80 years, Gerber has been repairing damage, replacing glass, and getting you back on the road quickly and safely. Because the only collisions you should be worrying about are the ones on game day. Gerber, outperforming at every touch point in collision and glass.
Hey, it's Colson Montgomery, shortstop for the Chicago White Sox.
Loop out in the shallow left. He's out, and he made an amazing grab.
This is the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network. Let's go.
Junior Perez now playing left. After Kripchik hit for Antonacci. We're in the bottom of the ninth. Grant Taylor with a scoreless 8. Back out here to try to save it. Rhys Hoskins at the plate. Sox lead by a run. Here we go. The pitch is a low slider. Hoskins did not start. He came on as a pinch hitter in the 6th, then he takes a low sinker, ball 2.
Hoskins, he presents a power threat for sure, but he stands in with a 181 batting average.
The 2-0 low, ball 3.
to get that edge back.
There's a low one. 4-pitch walk to open the inning. Might get a pinch runner for Hoskins.
Should be Schneemann.
Daniel Schneemann's going to run.
Pinch runner at first base, number 10, Daniel Schneemann. And batting first baseline right fielder, number 31, Khalil Watson.
Here's Khalil Watson.
Well, making it interesting. Leadoff man aboard in a 1-run lead.
He's already lined into a double play tonight. And he takes high. 5 straight balls to start the inning.
And it looks like Dominguez has jumped up and is trying to get heated up quickly.
The pitch. High on a curve, ball 2.
It's not unheard of, right? We have seen Grant work multiple innings. Not something they're asking him to do that's unusual, but maybe the hot weather.
2-0. Fastball. He took it all the way. It's a strike. It's 2-1.
That was just a chance.
Sometimes you just need that one strike to get locked in again. The pitch. Fouled. Good fastball. He's back in the fight. 2-2.
Just needed the confidence. Just throw one down the middle and didn't get hurt. Threw another one right down the middle and didn't get hurt.
Schneemann with barely a lead at first. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive. Foul down the right field line. Woo! That might have tied the game.
That was softly hit. I couldn't tell if that jammed him. He hit it off the end of the bat. He's checking his bat thinking it might be broke. Apparently it is not. But it was a breaking ball that he just yanked foul.
Well, by about 3 or 4 feet at most. You've got a nail biter in Cleveland. The 2-2 from Taylor. Fouled on a high fastball.
One thing that happens, right, as a hitter, this is just the thought process. Oh, I just missed. He went inside the right field line on an off-speed pitch. Your mind automatically goes, he won't throw me that again. He was ready for the heat. At the timing, thank goodness he didn't connect.
Another 2-2. Fouled at the plate on a slider that was a strike.
You said it. I mean, you just need that one strike, and he's thrown nothing but since.
Crowd is into it here at Progressive Field. Nobody's left. This is a huge game. 2-2. Swing and a pop fly, shallow left center, and it will be caught. Peters cut right in front of Perez and made the play.
Perez was saying, I have it, and he had his arms out, letting everybody know, but the center fielder took charge, because that's his job. And you can tell when he was coming across at that angle, he knew where Perez was. Perez was stopped, and he cut right in front of him, because he called it, and he made sure to take it.
That will bring up Brian Rocchio, who will bat from the left side. 1 down in the inning. The pitch. He hits a high fly ball down the right field line, and it is a game-ending 2-run homer, and the Guardians stun the White Sox 6-5.
It was a doinker. High off the foul pole, no doubt.
And the Guardians are back in a first-place tie with the White Sox.
That takes me back to last year. It feels like Rocchio did that to them last season.
An absolute heartbreaker The final score here in the series opener, Cleveland 6, White Sox 5 on the Reagular homer. We'll be back on the Hard Rock Casino White Sox Network.
Want to live life at max volume? Then look no further than Hard Rock Casino, Northern Indiana, with over 1,700 slots, 80 table games, live entertainment, and 5 restaurants which span a wide range of culinary genres. We are sure to have something for everyone. Whether you want to indulge in a savory dish